You're being demanding. What did I tell you about that?
Apparently, that's what WoW thinks of me too.
Oops, that's not what I meant. And YouTube is feeling kind of the same way now.
Should be live.
I know it's my side, not necessarily.
I'm live on mobile.
I know, but that's what that's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's something dealing with YouTube, not you. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I just exited out of the app. It went back in. Yeah, we're good. I have you on everything now. Cool. You're on the 65 and the 32.
Looking for world quest.
Trying to grab the degrees and all. Thinking trying to work on my fucking next spot. Makes sense.
Whatever you find, you keep.
Maybe some Diablo. It's still on BattleNet. I don't know.
Not again.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Move. Thank you.
I need to target something first.
Time to head out. Get a move on.
How you doing? 1205, yes. David? Yep. Thank you. Drive safe.
Oh no, that's not what I meant to do.
Cool. That's the garbage box.
looking for quests.
Dim lighting and absolutely no airflow. Perfect day for a race.
So for me, the daily, this part is where I normally stop playing.
Yeah.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Watch yourself.
And trying to do an alt grind without somebody else is a lot worse than
Yeah.
So I would always get a character up to a point of getting ready to raid. Getting ready for raid game stuff.
Or we could technically
You ever
raid
think
now.
about doing this professionally?
Yeah. And that's where I just stop playing. Just because the daily part
It's not, that wasn't bad.
is too repetitive, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. But
That's the grind.
we're just like, we barely need any of these renowned things now and everything, so.
I need one. Yeah. But since the one that I need is War Bout, a War Bag, I think. I'm gonna get something over there. That should put me enough just to hit that level 4 mark.
I don't have a target.
Whoever we're fighting, I did it. Definitely more of them. What the fuck was that? I'm just looking for world quests. That's what I want to do. treasure goblin. Oh, bunch of
Goblin? Shit. Oh, that's my fucking spirit born right now. Play that on the
Holy shit. Holy shit.
What are you doing?
It was a treasure goblin.
Oh my god. I've never seen so many people try to bumfuck that.
Oh, look at the stuff I get from it. I got
Yeah, a purple, not everything down here.
holy shit. What is this? I got a new toy. Okay.
When did they incorporate Diablo's mechanic into this game?
I don't know. Avoidance increased by 250 while this charm is in your inventory. This charm power is suppressed in raids. So it's just forever.
As long as it sits in your bag.
There's no loot in either of these? Okay, well. I guess, well, actually, it's soulbound. I can't right click to open. Right click to open. Stones. Hellstones. More hellstones. That's strange. How about in here? Oh, that's a bag. That is a bag. Bag.
I can't put that there.
You'd have like 32 on your things.
That was a 36er.
Oh, then put that bitch on.
36er. Alright, well that's a cool little thing.
Yeah.
Actually, there should have been, if I would have been here faster, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
Just a horde of them, huh?
There was, yeah.
That explains why I saw so many fucking orange
Oh, here's
alliances over
the mount that I got. What up,
there. Are you
Daedra?
on it right now?
Accepted N+ and rating. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. We need to be on it right now.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I gotta start doing the mythic
The dark,
grind. But that's
Saber
the
tooth?
that's the thing that I got from the random
Gotcha.
drop. Cheers, my random drop. Good to see you too, Daedra.
Hi, Daedra. You don't mind the ghost in the background.
I just want these world quests. I just wish I knew where they were. I wish I spent more time under here in the Undermine.
That's one thing Handy Notes should tell you.
I don't know if I have that plug, that part actually on. Let's see. We got any?
That sounds like almost like a necessity at this point, just because of where we're at. On our main session stage specifically.
He said hi, Casper. Sheesh. I don't know. I kind of want to go play hardcore. I'm just a big fan. What we need is to build a team for mythics. I wanna actually start running mythics and raids so that I can get out of this whole under 650 hole that I'm in. Once I get these veterans out of here for champion, it'll be a little bit easier. But
Right. Are your veterans maxed?
no, not yet. I've been working on the champions and heroes that I have. I got what? I got like 3 or 4 heroics.
There's fun as brother.
I can take you right now if you wanted to
Take me
go.
right now?
Shit.
I will load up and
I will load up.
take in the fucking elbow injury right now.
Yeah, go in right now. I ain't worried about it. You're gonna have to join this Discord possibly, but yeah.
That's fine. You know, that's okay.
We're still new here, but you know, we be doing things. I just did this world quest, so I'll have to do this when I get in.
Shit, I will take all my alt characters and join the different guilds. I'll run it right now. Right now.
We just did all these character transfers for Frostbane too. That's funny. Hey man, you've been hanging around IDM helping out. Yeah, hey. I mean, if you don't mind, I don't mind. You know what I mean? I just honestly, we don't exactly know where to go from here, other than trying to do the LFR raids and stuff like that. We don't exactly know where our progressions are. So we were just grinding renown rank, grinding dailies, trying to get champion gear, you know, normal stuff.
Yeah, that's my bit. Yeah, I would already start trying to do mythic stuff because that.
I'm
that
on my
will keep
Discord if you want to chat. Yeah.
next goal, right?
Let me.
Are we going elsewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna go to his Discord real quick. Give me a second.
I've eaten enough today. Do not let me eat anymore.
Yeah, that's how that works. For sure, for sure.
I know you being 3,000 miles away is going to stop a 200-pound man for me, right?
I sent you an invite to his server too.
All right, so I have to throw or food away. Watch.
All right, I'll see you there.
Yep.
Yo.
Bit of a walk without me.
You alright?
Yeah, I just did that. I'm just gonna help out some friends. Yeah, that's right.
Just slowly new people trying to get into some mythics, that's all.
I'm happy to help out more people.
I appreciate you.
So what's the biggest struggle Mythic Plus?
Honestly, I don't exactly, like, I know that we have to change our, the dungeon difficulty to Mythic so I can do the Mythic 0 so I can go get my keys. But then, like, I guess since I'm an old player, I don't exactly know the key progression system. I don't exactly know where to get them. Should I do those? Should I do time walking dungeons? Should I be doing, like, I don't exactly know where the progression to get better gear so that I can get into heroic raids is.
Well, first of all, that's a very front-loaded question. So I'm going to say the thing that you can do is just rip the band-aid off. Go straight into it.
Oh.
Like, there's no harm in it. I jump on my Demon Hunter, I'll try and tank some zeros. We'll just, like, rip the band-aid off. English, one day. And jump straight into a zero.
Which variation of English are we talking about? I'm just kidding, sorry.
Yo, what's up, Casper?
He's always my
Hi.
+1. He's always here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are definitely down to do some Mythic Plus, like I'll
Or
load up my
maybe
demon
you should
hunter.
invite me.
I mean, I'm super down to do whatever. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of just, you know, I got the War Within campaign to complete, and then I'm raiding and mythics. Really, I don't really do much PvP, so.
Nope.
Yeah, well, there's my BattleNet. Just add my BNet both of you. Then I'll get you both in the group. Are you OCE or US?
I'm on US right now. We're on Frostmain.
That's me. I'm Frostmourne, so we'll be on. If you play with me, you'll be on ping, lagging at about 200 ms, maybe 160 if you've got a good connection. So it's a little bit of a lag between certain ability casts, but I mean it's up to you. I don't really care. I can play on US ping, which means I lag instead, but it won't bother me as much as it might bother you guys.
I mean, well,
Not really.
I don't have the
not
best
bad.
connection, but he's literally a network engineer, so his connection's awesome.
Okay, then you won't really notice it unless you're playing in high end. Like, people only really notice in the high end.
I mean, I guess it's up to you. I mean, I'm assuming that tanking a Myth 0 right now is going to be absolutely nothing. So
For me, it'll be something because I've not tanked this entire season. You're literally the only people I'm ripping the band-aid off for. Also, your stream crashed.
of course it did. It's been happening all day.
So the biggest thing, first of all, let's fix your stream up. You are currently streaming at too high of a quality. So that's what your issue is right now. So the limit of Twitch is 6,000 bitrate. So if you go any higher than that, do 12,000 or whatever.
Oh,
and
he
you don't
got
have permission
6,000.
to.
I should be at 6,000.
Okay.
I'll put.
Hmm.
Actually,
But he's trying to do Twitch, YouTube, and game on the same device.
and actually, to be so 100 with you, my bitrate says it's at 2,500. So maybe that's what it is.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
I don't know why
It
we
should be
did
giving
this
you-
before.
It should be giving you all the options. So Twitch only, they lock you to 1080p 60 source, and they don't give you any other option if you break the rules. So, so you can either, have you got enhanced broadcasting on?
Where am I going to see that? Probably not then.
That would be.
Oh, I have advanced output. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the big issue right now is you're forced into 10, like as a viewer, I'm forced to only watch you at 1080p 60, which limits your viewers. That unless they exclusively watch you, I watched like 3 or 4 streams at once on 480 and then an interesting stream I'd pop into. Like if I want to watch it at a higher quality, I'll bump it out. But with your stream, I have no option. I can only watch you at 1080 60. So that's why I
Really?
figured you might have a bit too much bandwidth.
Strange. Streaming.
Heavy. Let me request to join your group. I'll be on US ping.
Yeah, and I also enforce
Okay.
the streaming
I'm
service
on
in
the East
quarter
Coast,
settings
so
too.
I'm right in the middle of both of you guys.
Right in the middle, as we have somebody from. Well, I mean, I guess technically.
It should be right. Honestly, it's a very small issue, but it does affect viewership on this stream.
I don't understand because I have the enforcing streaming in quarter settings, so maybe I should take that off.
It's something we can deal with a little bit later, but it will fix your crashing problems as well.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to do that then. That's so strange. I'm at 2,500. I like we worked on this for most of last week.
Got it stable, and then here we are.
I don't. At first, my display capture decided that it wasn't gonna like my monitor, so now I can't use display capture to actually display what my monitor's seeing. So then I switched over to game capture, and then game capture is giving me a bunch of issues.
Game capture generally is the best option, but I do display capture. myself personally. The only games I ever have run into issues with display capture is like Call of Duty, stuff like that. It hates it. It runs at like 3 frames per second on stream, so you have to force it with game capture to grab it.
Are you game capturing from like a PlayStation?
No.
No.
No. PC. But
Okay. So just the software issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like when I game capture from my PS5, it's usually fine. Any other game other than WoW and Fear, for whatever reason, YouTube's the only place I can stream them.
I do not want to tank. I'll be real with you. I get anxiety tanking.
That's fine.
I'll
here.
DPS. I'll just Can you send me lead and I'll put
Yep,
together
that's
a group. And we're gonna do Rockery.
Yeah, I got you.
Do a Rockery 0. It may take a little bit to form, in which case I might just jump on my healer or something.
Yeah, up to you. Well, I mean, we're here, so. And I appreciate it. Again, we were just talking about kind of being stuck and going off to another alt or something like that. I was going to go off to hardcore because
What
really
I was
didn't
doing
know.
exactly was bouncing between my alliance and other horde heralds, just trying to get them up to level.
Yeah. Well, what we're primarily looking for, I'll share my screen with you guys, just so you guys know what I'm doing. So you learn from me, just check out the stream. So what we're doing, and I'll show you how I got to this thing. You want to get into a group, right? And let's just say it's just you two.
Yep.
Yeah. So you go into pre-made, all right, and you go into dungeons. Click find a group, and you guys see I have a really juicy add-on that I'm running right now. It tells you what groups you're going to be in. I'm just going to type 0 at the top here because we want to do a 0. Now I have also another filter that I open up here. So I can do this, and let's say we're really just looking for a group. It has a tank, has a healer, refresh, and we type 0. Alright, they have a tank and a healer, and they're looking for 2 DPS. M0, looking for DPS. We can just sign up to this. It will be a Theater of Pain 0. I go to select DPS and see if they take us.
Okay. So pre-made is where you're kind of looking for these, because obviously, I mean, I've never touched the pre-made stuff too much other than like world quests.
Yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. That's how you first get into it. Now we're in. So the second thing is I'm going to guide you guys on how to get here. So look at my screen. There's a little section over here. Go into here. I don't know if you guys can see a little ping on the map or anything. Just look for my little icon. Yep. Come here. Oh, they're summoning us.
Yeah. I got something, so.
Oh, there we go. So I'll guide you through this dungeon, just so you guys can, if you are keen to learn or you want to be a big surprise. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of surprises, but like it can't be that
As long as people
difficult,
expect
right?
we're probably going to die.
I'm not dying.
Look, dying's part of the fun.
Yeah.
They call me Floor Pulp for a reason.
Welcome, one and all, to the theater
And we're already into it. Alright, so this first pack, there's a guy at the back here, marking a ritualist. This guy, he needs to be kicked, he's just casting certain stuff. And we also have Bloodborne, right? Generally he's the first one you want to kill on high keys, because of this raging tantrum. Now, Zin, aka Casper, you can shiv his rage that he does, which is fast. So if you have an ability called shiv on your bar,
I do.
so when he casts it, reset right now, you can do it now. So you
The
shiv
Bloodhorn
that.
guy?
The Bloodhorn guy, yeah.
Okay.
Mana is
So
needed.
he's the one that hurts.
He's the one that There he goes
I
again.
require a
Oh,
target.
he's dead. Right, so this next boss, we don't want to we kind of want to stay around, staying in front of each other, and we want to be kicking this guy and generally killing him first. And what I mean by kicking is you
Interrupting.
Uncle Genetics, your counter spell, and Casper's kill. Are you actually Casper, or are you just? You meant
No,
That was just bullshit, yeah. No, you can call me Heavy or Self. Heavy is where I am on outside socials.
Fair. I'm always happy to make you a friend at Genetics. Around and supporting the stream a little more, so I'm just happy to come in and give you guys a hand. Do a lot of this. I'd love to do a lot more coaching.
I mean, honestly, that's what we would need.
Yep. I started back on walk and kind of just played through, and on each expansion, this is about where I would like get to, and then kind of like stop playing because not having a whole lot of people and or not knowing what to do afterwards.
WoW also doesn't make it clear what to do. And they're trying to aim.
It doesn't.
And they're trying to aim people to be around their control.
They don't have a target.
That's good.
I'm tanking kind of. That is not good.
Yeah, no, that was a sarcastic.
I'm going to sit there and another walk and run around like a little bitch, and hopefully you guys can kill the boss.
Short legend!
Okay.
Okay.
So what am I looking to interrupt? So I don't exactly know what I'm looking to interrupt on that
What a
contender.
disappointment!
Oh, a healer DC. That's why he died. Oh, healer DC.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm. Alright, so yeah, what are you looking to interrupt on this fight is the bolts. Honestly, at this level, the 0, we're honestly just like your open quests, what you do in the open world and do whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just doing damage and killing whatever, it doesn't really matter. But if you wanted to be properly guided, I would say kicking the accursed, making sure that you loosely stack. And what I mean by loose stack is like we're all huddled together, but not on each other's dick. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Loose spread. And you see this little
GTFO.
pretty much. But if you do happen to stand in it on a key difficulty of like a +10,
Yeah.
you will get one shot and die.
Oh.
So it's good practice. It's like, oof, I took some damage there. Now imagine that oof by 10 times. So that's how much it is.
Yeah.
So just take this as practice, right? So this is where we're gonna work.
I got the next necrotic.
Lost one round.
Well, I would have just got one shot by touching that right there. That's good.
And if you stood in that,
I must get closer.
you just stood in that green goop over there, Uncle. On a 10, that would kill you in 1 second.
Yeah, I tried to get out of there.
Things like blink or staying close, like I said, we have to kind of stay stacked on each other, like here. But loosely stacked is the reason why, because the range of the frontal cone that comes out absolutely fucks you.
Yeah,
There's two of them. Fucking guy.
I went to dodge the thing. I blinked into the puddle.
Thank you.
You're right. And like I said, dying is part of the experience. So, what do you think so
Oh,
far?
I can't make it to level 10 on hardcore. Like, that's all I do. I die. That's why I said, we're going to die as long as you're okay with that.
Look, I make it to level 10 on hardcore, and then I intentionally Sorry, that's me personally.
See, I'm so used to like vanilla. Like I remember back when I was a teenager, going through Dead Mines, going through Zul'Farrak, going through Uldaman, going through different things. You know, release of Burning Crusade, release of Wrath of the Lich King. So like heroics, things like that, I get it. I understand how to look for raid mechanics or boss mechanics. Like I'll watch content. I don't mind doing that either. But right now we're just new. I don't know what to watch. I don't know what to do.
I thought we were in for a show. What a
I'll guide the best I can
disappointment.
and try to keep it a little bit more serious for you.
Blood signet? Little signet? I think that's something I need too.
It seems our little pups
Congrats,
have
you're already getting some loot,
bite
bro.
after
We only
all.
just started.
Now that we're living at
Well, that's
And look at that, like a 0, the easiest difficulty in the game right now. And you're getting champion loot instead of the open quests and doing veteran shit. Right, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm veteran and champion out for the most part. I think I have one hero right now. No, I'm veteran and champion out now. Thank God.
I got 3 heroes. Oh, I also got the signet.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's sick, man. Good on ya.
I'll take it. I needed a champ, one more champ ring anyway.
Alright, well, we need to come down here and help out the crew. Alright, we're currently fighting Diseased Horror and the Sludge Spewer. Now, what's important about this pack and this dungeon in particular is this guy. If he casts the... well, if he casts... Wait for the casting is coming. Casting, bitch. Casting.
I need to target something first.
Withering Discharge. If he casts that on a higher key, it kills everybody in the group.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
That's
the big
nice
guy
to know.
looks scary in the Butcher. He looks really scary, right? He's like, oh, this guy's gonna do all damage. But the big dangerous guy is this guy. He's
So
the scary one.
burn and kick that? Like that? Okay, got it.
Yep. Now, generally, we pull this entire room at once.
Oh, on 0 or period?
I require a target.
A period in like 13
Got it,
seconds. Yeah, and we get everybody to split up and kick multiple of them, because there's like 4 of them in the pool. And then we pull
Okay.
the extra over here. So these two, they have 2 Sledge Spearers. So what I'm going to do is heavy. I'm going to get you to kick this guy, mark him, and I'm going to kick the other one.
I'll help you kick as well. Heavy.
Oh, I lost him. What's his name?
The spewer.
Alright, this guy. Right here.
Got it.
Yo. Oh. Get him.
My mana
get
is
him.
low.
Oh.
I need mana
Ah, the
first.
tank got it.
Here, there it is. Okay, now I have him. Oh, dude, you got lost because like I came
I
in
need to target
behind the
something
mage,
first.
so I was like, which one?
Nope.
And I started tabbing and I couldn't find his name.
Yeah, his name's Sledge Spewer.
I see that now, so I'll keep that mark for next time.
I don't have a target.
We got a couple more
Alright,
to
that-
fight as we move on.
That felt a lot better.
Okay.
Though. Like just knowing
require a
what to
target.
kick, that's like one of the things I gotta learn for sure.
Yeah. So normally, as this tank is doing a doo-doo, we skip this. We don't actually fight this guy. Don't stand in this gastric or...
100%. One of the few
Let's stand
times
in.
my thing didn't
You
help.
gotta get behind that man.
Oh, you don't get behind him either. You fight him
No.
on the side.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
he's shooting.
shooting out the fucking end.
He's vomiting and shitting at the same time. You don't want to stand in either.
100%.
This
yeah,
is
you
food
can fight that
poisoning
motherfucker
in
on
body.
the side.
Got it.
I can't use that item yet.
No.
There he goes again.
No.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
This is a horrible place to have something that has a
On,
cone.
Like Diablo, the poison fucks me up. Like it doesn't matter. Like poison and I don't get along very well.
over here. We don't want to pull out of the one. Alright, so normally we would just walk around casually and let him patrol to the end and then walk past. We don't fight him ever. You're fighting him, you're in a terrible group, so don't stress. So this one here is the important guy. He's the guy that's got to go down. He's the one that does all the damage. And people just, like, they allow him to free cast. Don't ever. Yeah, nice. Now you come into melee with us because he will leap out in the range and then he'll start casting. I got the spell. So you gotta come in too.
I'm coming.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna try to keep track.
I'm here.
Bounces, I saw that last time. Got it.
Yeah, it gets
Don't
harder
have
than
target.
this, trust
I
me.
need to target
Not only
something
that,
first.
you've got to pump damage. You guys tried the one button rotation?
No.
Ish. I don't like it. Too slow for my brain.
Fair enough. It will pretty much.
It'll triple it? I thought it.
It actually did work for me versus the visual highlighted.
Yeah, I thought that it like gave like a 20% damage decrease.
I require a target.
To your actual
perfect
rotation.
is what that. No, it's considered perfect under perfect conditions that minuses.
Really?
So no, it's no, it's actually supposed to. Like I know in theory it is because it's just one button you're smashing, but like it's a 1 second rotation and everything changes. And with at least visual for me, it incorporates that. So I stay on top of what the next best move is. Where that's not going to update unless like you hit the move.
Wait a minute, maybe I'm fine.
I don't have a target.
Because honestly, because
Where are you at?
He's dead.
Nope, going the wrong way.
yep, there we go. Kill this guy. Don't stand in these. Yeah, no.
I got out
That's
of
it. Both of you put the one button on the bar and start. That's going to teach you generally what is the correct things to press, and just take a note.
require
Don't
a
just
target.
mindlessly spam it, but it'll give you a note of what you should be pressing. And then you'll have a general gist. Everything on this dungeon will start to die much quicker because you'll be doing astronomically more damage than what you both are doing right now. And that's not to have a go at you. That's just to say that's the biggest improvement. Because if we start doing like higher keys, you guys are going to need to be doing at least 2 mil to time them. And right now both of you are at 400. Okay, so try out the damage. I'll let you know if it's better. Put that on the bar and I'll tell you if it's better or worse.
Okay, I'll put that on.
I've tested it. I've literally timed
I need to target
a
something
12
first.
with my rep paladin, just spamming one button. And I just put it on shift scroll up and shift scroll down, and I just go walking through the dungeon. It's dumb. I hate it. I really do, to be honest with you guys. But
Okay, oh, I gotta say I missed the fucking entrance, but I'm in. All right, there it is.
I'll let you know. Just you're the first people I've actually like encouraged to do this with. Just
Well, I'm doing it now.
spam that real fast. Also, do you have poisons on?
I keep fucking forgetting about that. First real introduction.
He's not a rogue player.
It automatically put deadly on. That's with the one button. It applied it
Dude,
before I went into anything else.
Dude, that is crazy. For real. It did that for you.
That would clutch.
It only applies one, not both, because I can do lethal and non-lethal, so it only applies lethal.
That's crazy.
And like I'm sitting in the same right now. I run out of combo, I run out of focus, that's my biggest issue. Even with the thistle, I will still run out of focus.
That's not good. That's not good. That wasn't
Because
good.
so my visual matches up with one button.
You started to pump much harder. I'm gonna say, Uncle, you pumped much harder. I don't think it made much of a difference for heavy though.
Oh, got fucking hit by the thing.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was doing. It's just sometimes I forget to incorporate my arcane blasts when the dot goes away.
I'll catch something good.
I could definitely do some detailed damage breakdowns and help you guys learn your classes as well. I'm not good at rogue though, so
No,
I can give you the
normally.
tools.
God, fuck America. These hooks are fucking me up.
Alright, so all you have to do is look for the opening. Alright, I'm gonna ping the opening, okay?
I got caught by the
Here it
hook.
comes. You got 2 openings here
God damn it.
and
Yep.
here. Alright, free move.
And I get thrown across the room almost into it anyways. Fuck. Turn around, saw the things, and then I get chucked across.
Hell yeah. Don't release. I've got a piece of loot here I can give you guys. Who wants Crit Mastery?
Still a long way from the
Yeah, I think that's
title.
technically me. Yeah.
Well, Crit Mastery is also really good for Haste Master. You need as much crit as you can. Who am I giving this to? Sorry. Uncle?
No, I'll take it. Yep. Oh, it's a.
Yeah, and you can trade it if you don't want it.
I think. Let me see. What is this? Crit mastery? I like. What do I
Yeah,
have?
Crit Mastery is insane for you because Mastery will improve your single target
Mortal
damage
lives are
on
so
mage, which is
fleeting,
primarily what your roll is.
so fragile.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
then.
click on the hooks. Yeah, just let me know if I'm being a little bit too much. I hope that I just hope you're getting helpful information here and overloading you.
Forward as possible, sir.
Yeah, actually, if I could be watching something while you're talking, while I'm playing, my brain would actually be at peace.
Agreed.
I do think you guys have potential. If you're happy with any kind of criticism, I don't want to go overboard.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's not.
I'm ex-military, and I think you have an understanding about who he is, so we're okay.
Yeah, I don't. I'm only here to learn. I already know I'm 15 years
I
behind.
accidentally went ADHD. I brought a group.
Well, that's not.
Oh
good.
yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, I'm ADHD as well.
Got through the knife and went. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing.
I don't have a target. I require a target.
But yeah,
I
for the
need
rest
to
of the
target
dungeon,
something
both of you
first.
focus only on spamming that one button and just, I'm going to teach you other things. So we'll worry about rotation later, okay? And then we'll fix up your rotation. So both of you just focus on that one button. The reason why I want you to do that is just so that you guys can just absolutely pump, alright? And then I'll get you to understand why you're pumping, okay?
Okay.
That way you don't have to use the one button. Yeah, already, you guys are like doing... It's crazy, right? Everyone's like, oh man, it's a 20%.
I don't have
What
a
they
target.
don't tell you is that 20% loss is if you're playing perfectly, right?
That's literally what I said earlier.
Yeah. People don't understand that. So you gotta drop this off into the little slot there. Yep. And then you click on the floor.
Got it. So everybody else gets launched but me. That was awesome.
Yeah. Also, we want to be kicking these bone mages, alright? They're extremely important to kick. If you let the task off on a higher key, you get one shot. So never let those casts go off. Ever. What have you got? You got a kidney shot, you got a blind, anything to stop them from casting. Beautiful. See, while you're spamming the one button, I can teach you how to use your utility.
Very true. Very true.
I need to target something first.
So you're not thinking about rotation, you're thinking about how
Me
you...
and not knowing which one is not like acceptable, because I've had where blind doesn't affect but kick does, but kick doesn't affect but blind does.
Alright, so this one we got another bone magus. Do this. Remember, keep spamming that one button. Don't ever miss a global on that shit. So
I
this
require
guy
a
here, the
target.
Soulminder, is another important kit that you need to get. He does an ability called
I
Necrotic
don't have a
Volley,
target.
and that volley, when it goes off, one-shots your entire group.
Oh. See, this is what we're looking for, right? Everything else is just a little too easy.
I require a target.
Yeah.
This
If you
is
think
what I
about
want.
it, what I'm teaching you is super important. I can teach you how to do DPS is nothing, right? That doesn't matter. But teaching you the mechanics of the dungeon, it's gonna be like it's gonna be leaps and bounds better for you if I teach you that stuff. DPS is
true.
bonus.
Well, and that's the thing is that because the most we've ever done is either the follower stuff
I need to
or
target
we've done a
something
little bit of
first.
like random, we don't
I don't have a
have any
target.
of this information.
Yeah, like I said, I'm happy to help. Look at that, you do 1.23 million damage on just pressing that one button, though. That's insane. Oh, people are gonna argue and say, well, you can just press it yourself better. Yes, you can, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the big.
If you have
that's
no
the
idea
big
what you're doing. Yeah, if you have no idea what you're doing, you're not gonna do shit. You can press buttons to the counter. You don't know anything. You're not gonna do it. So, why?
Oh,
Oh. Did you stand in that little?
I did it. I was outside. I swear. I was outside. I swear.
I was gonna say computer says nah.
My ADHD made me release spirit. Why did I press the button as it popped up?
Alright, do you know how to get back?
I mean, I'm coming.
Alright, well that's impressive if you come.
Oh, fuck me. I got literally knocked off with the fear.
So little circles on the ground. Now remember, you don't have to focus on your bars at all if you're just pressing that one button. Just tap, 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 and then focus on movement. Focus on things that you need to kick, etc. Right?
Fucking
Just try to keep
slash
it.
of these AoEs is all the way the fuck out here. Jesus Christ.
See, I'm just trying to keep the information I give you guys very limited as much as I can, because there's a lot of information overload that I can give you.
I'm on my way. I'm here.
Alabama. Sorry. I'm spilling. Sweet home, Alabama. One of those songs that I,
Yes, I heard it on your stream the other day.
viewers, aren't you? I was gonna go for a fucking huge walk today. I was there for like 4 hours and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna help you guys out.
I mean, if you need to walk, then I understand, but we appreciate it.
Already gone. That's what happened.
Oh, no.
I told him to go, bro.
Is there a lot of good, like, hikes and stuff where you live?
I would love to go hiking, and yes, there's also a lot of red-bellied black snakes.
I require a
and
target.
there's also
I need to target something first.
I'm
big
from,
spiders and.
I'm from Florida originally. Everything's trying to kill you.
I require a target.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
in Florida.
Yeah,
He's in Florida. I'm
Everything
in
tries to
Vegas,
kill you.
Alaska. You know, we're from the places where the outside tries to kill you.
The only thing I'll be worried about if I ever go to America is guns trying to kill me and some more.
You know, that is one. That is one you got to worry about. I mean, that's why I carry many, but you know, I do understand that.
Yeah,
depending on where you are, of course.
Hold on.
You press your time warp ability here.
Oh, I got knocked out.
He's locked out.
Yup. Yup. I'm just gonna say you don't look out. That's alright.
Yep. target's not in my line of sight? Are you fucking kidding me? He's like directly in front of me.
Alright, just watch my stream, and I'll just fight from both sides. What to do.
I don't have a target.
You can't do anything. Just completely locked. So you see how I got this circle on me?
Not yet.
So I gotta stay away.
Told me not to move. It's moving on me. See, now you know how I felt last fight. I'm not moving.
Alright, so you just let me know if you're watching the stream and I can start explaining.
My brain went to Twitch. That's what it defaulted to, forgetting that I was watching it in Discord.
Wait, what's your Twitch name? I don't know.
Self.
You switch names out.
Sorry, Twitch is yeah, my brain's not functioning. So my dog like died last week, and my brain hasn't completely recovered. Twitch is heavy.
I need to target
Outside
something
of Discord,
first.
everything
I require
is
a target.
HEVVE
I need to target
18.
something first. I don't have a target. I require a
You're a
target.
follow-up.
I don't have a target. I need to target
your
something
channel?
first.
Not yet,
I
but I was
require
about
a
to go
target.
be.
I don't have a target.
No, fair enough. Alright, so I'm live streaming on Discord right now.
I got that up.
Yeah. So you see all these circle orbs you gotta dodge, and you see how like as a melee player, you're probably like playing here. But
Somewhere
I
up in
keep
there,
my eyes.
yeah.
Like I zoom back out because it helps you see mechanics and be able to dodge. And you don't want to be bringing this circle to anybody because that damage reflects it. On top of this, we got this draw soul ability, which I marked over here for everyone to go stack. And then we spawn these ads, and we have to try and kill them as quick as we can. If they hit the boss, we instantly die. So that's why we've got to go around and kill them. Now, normally we would stack up on one spot. I've stunned that other one. Just finish it off. And you dodge these little orbs that are rotating around. Right, so you can obviously see I've also got a Weakor in the center. It's not actual bars, it's a Weakor, so it lets you know how much fury I've got. Like Siggles, it also tells me what casting, it shows what abilities are glowing and stuff. I mean, look.
The other thing we were just getting into was starting to set up our weak ores.
Weak ores and stuff. We have all those add-ons too. We just don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, so you need to download profiles, which I could give you some profiles a little bit after this. It just depends on how much coaching you guys want. It looks like you guys might need a lot of coaching.
Yep, well.
Unfortunately. Fortunately for us, unfortunately for you, I guess. Perspectively speaking.
I love helping. That's probably my favorite thing to do.
New challenge.
Anyways, like, you always need more players. You always need more people to come play with. And who knows? I might be able to get you to a standard where you might be able to achieve 3K this season. Do you know what 3K is or what it even means?
The rating for your mythic
I
keys?
noticed it on like people's names and whatnot, but I don't know the exact rating. How did that almost freaking by me?
So that ability on any difficulty higher than this 0 will one-shot you. So you just got a warning. You've got a
Don't have a target.
So this guy is a champion, one of 3 champions and possibility of 6 different champions that you can get. This guy in particular, he does this whirlwind attack, which you have to run out for. You basically die. And on top of that, if you do get hit by that and you manage to survive, you do another little spike of damage straight after to guarantee your death. I had a rough time on a 14 of this, where I stood in the whirlwind, didn't get one shot, but his next tick of damage killed me. Then I released at half health. I started to come back, and then he killed me with that damage again. He's a mean bastard, alright? Now, this tank will not know anything, but I'm going to put down a ground marker for you guys. At this point, if we use movement speed, past the moon, we can actually skip the champion before he spawns, but we're not going to do that. But it's just a little thing for you guys.
What's this key
for
to?
high-end content.
Key to break any
I have
domination
no
seal?
idea. I don't do zeros.
Oh. Okay.
This is my first 0 this season with you guys.
Oh.
Oh, most definitely, thank you.
I do this stuff.
Good.
So I feel special, like for real. Thank you. Coming out of retirement to come help some peasants like us. Seriously, thank you.
You're very welcome. I just want to help. I think, like, are you guys interested in getting like 3K? Like, do you want to?
I mean,
We have the next 14 months worth of WoW subscription already paid for. So.
Yeah. And I've got all month, without my son. He's on vacation right now, so I literally have nothing but degenerate stuff to do.
I have enough Adderall to get pharmaceutically enhanced.
We're ready.
Okay, that was good. I haven't actually been on Adderall myself. I'm on
I require a
adamoxetine.
target.
Fluoxetine. No, adamoxetine, yeah. Okay, this next poll, we want to focus the captain. We want to get his kick, he reduces that damage by 50% if that class goes off, and does a huge amount of damage.
Got it that first time. I lost my body. There it is.
Great job. Once the captain dies, we want to kill the abelisks next. Okay, they're the big guys that we want to kill next. So we want to kill the captain first. And always getting that kill. Good job, Uncle.
Fresh. What is this? Obelisk. Arbalist. Whatever it is.
Yeah, Obelisk. So why the Obelisk has to die is because he does an ability called Jagged Quarrel, which is a bleed that lands on you. It does 1,000,000 damage per second. High keys. And it scales astronomically. So look at your health pool. You've got like 6 mil.
I don't have a
6.8
target.
mil. So imagine a high key, every second that's ticking for 1 to 2 mil. Yeah, he'll have to keep you alive through that. Now this guy is doing Swift Strike, so he'll target the 2 closest people and he'll do the amazing whirlwind. So as long as we're staying the closest, we'll always get hit. It depends on where the tank is facing. So it's whirlwind, duck out, and shoot back in.
That item is still recharging.
Whirlwind now. Get out.
Oh, yeah.
Sheesh. No, he's W healer.
I also popped my potion.
Because he definitely almost died. Oh, do you need more potions? I can make you a couple.
So I got 37 more.
Oh, okay. I figured that I gave you a bunch yesterday. I just don't know how many you went through.
Yep. Nope. No, I'm at 36 now.
I need to target something first.
And how are you guys finding the 1 button? I know it sucks. Trust
well,
me,
me-
I fucking hate it too.
Just as much DPS with the visual highlighted almost.
Yeah, me paying attention to it, like it's kind of what I'm doing. It just catches my rotation or my procs better than I do sometime if I'm moving. So that's actually super helpful to me anyway.
Yeah. Eventually, once you learn what you need to do, you won't need either of the assistants. All right, we'll get to that point. Okay. At the moment, I just want you guys to tap, focus mechanics. Tap. Nothing else. Right. So on this boss fight, right, we've got the banner here. This has to die. The reason why this has to die is because it slows our movement speed by a fuck ton. You need to blink and you're dead.
I am dead. I didn't realize he was looking at me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Everything this guy does one-shots you on every difficulty. So
Stunned.
yeah,
That's fun.
all right. So you're gonna
I
fight
got
the demon
thrown.
to the death. So you're PvPing me. You have to kill me in order to get out of this room. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
not gonna fucking happen.
Well, if you lose a duel, you get a 10% decrease in damage.
Oh, that's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah. Alright, so we go out. I get the 10% buff. And now we've got to play really safe here. Okay?
Why didn't I see that
Jesus.
cone earlier?
Probably because you have one in front of you. I'm kidding.
I wish I had a cone in front of me. Full of weed.
I'm gonna have to take a fucking nap after this. I literally was like, I don't know if I want to play. Give my arm a rest. This, and the third. Oh, somebody's going to come run us? Fuck the elbow injury. Let's do this.
Yeah, there you go. See, it's just a constant dodge. Yep, you're inviting me again. Hopefully this time you win the draw. Yeah.
Right.
Remember, you can play dirty, you can finish shot me, fuck me up. Like, if you want that 10% buff.
I don't know my character like you, plus the I'm already now negative 20%.
Alright, so now we have to play extra safe because our banner didn't die upstairs.
It's gone.
Yep. Everything one shots you. It's safe. And tap and save. Tap and save. Alright, we're good.
It feels like my first heroic back in Wrath and Lich King. I remember this.
Yo, so you're gonna have to stop keyboard moving. I'm gonna suggest holding right click on your mouse.
So that's fucks me up with the camera. Like, I'm trying to figure out the camera placement.
I'll give you a tutorial on it a little bit after this. It'll help you guys in the long run with this.
Any
Jesus
content you think
Christ.
we should watch,
Why are
anything
we
like that,
fighting again? Is there something that this guy has against us?
he just knows that
Just
you're
that
gonna
my
lose.
camera was all fucked up. I was pressing forward. I was running away with you, from you.
It's alright. You know what? I'll put you out of your misery. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. And then last one, get the fuck out of there. That's it, good job.
Was all three of those always the same back to back to back like that?
Sometimes they're different. Sometimes he'll do the other one first, and then he'll do the other. It's just, you're just playing around that way.
Right, okay.
I'll show you how to do the mouse movement after this key when we're not pressured by killing this boss. Yeah. But the mouse movement will, especially with the...
Oh, fuck
Oh, you died.
No, no,
That
no.
was your cheat
I
death.
did not.
That was you. Oh, you died.
Again.
Oh, you died. You just got cheat death.
Dying, bro. I'm telling you, he has something against us. Oh, it's to the Invoker this time. Which is him, never mind.
Nah, it's still D-Mana. You never have to
I'm
apologize.
doing like 1% damage right now.
No, it's not cumulative. So it's only for the debuff. So you see this debuff on the right side? It's all glorified.
For the 6
and then
minute?
you probably...
Or no,
No,
that's cheated. I just went away. The other one.
Yeah, yeah. But never apologize for learning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Never,
I'm just, I always, I don't like being the handicap. That's not usually my,
I don't know doo-doo. I forgot to loot the boss. Fuck, man, I'm so used to not doing serious. They're telling you to release, but we need to get the loot here.
Well, I got
Bro, I
No.
got a fucking upgrade from on my demon
I
hunter.
can't
Let's
even
go.
sit here and fucking.
I didn't mean to press
loot
the
that.
button. I didn't loot it either.
Directors! Are you ready for some carnage? A rising star.
I just can't believe you guys hadn't done
longest
with
reigning
Zeus before.
champion.
No.
That's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, we started playing WoW again about a month ago. We just kind of had the time to really spend like 12 to 16 hours a day on it. So it looks like we've been playing a long time. We just haven't.
Fine. I could bring my rep paladin, but I would literally just hold W, and my character would just delete everything.
Yeah,
So I don't want to play my rep paladin.
I experienced that with an Unholy Death Knight tank yesterday during my time walking daily. Just constant W.
Yeah, I don't think you guys would have a lot of fun with that. You don't learn anything. Just waiting on our tank, who is... Okay, so everything on this boss fight, I'll give you a brief rundown. Stay loosely stacked, don't stay at Narnia, stay on the boss. Now, there's going to be a circle that's going to go around you. Don't stand on anyone else because you'll duplicate the damage. They'll take your damage and your own damage, okay? That circle, when it expires, will spawn an ad. You are responsible for kicking your own ad, okay? On top of that, this boss does a ability called Dark Devastation, which will be a frontal cone, which will one-shot you, just like the previous boss. That is absolutely brutal. So get ready. I'm going to explain it. See, that's the frontal cone. Out of that. So behind. Okay, and then we're going to split up. Okay, a rift is going to start pulling us. Start pulling us towards the center of the map. And then we're going to spawn ads. See the circle? Get close. But don't stack. Alright, now yeah, because you're at. Now when these bolts go off, they pop. Now we've got a frontal beam coming out too. Alright, watch the frontal beam, you're gonna die. Okay, kill your ad. Focus him down. You guys are gonna get much closer for the next one, yeah?
I require a target.
Yeah, I misunderstood.
Yeah. So when the grip pulls you out, you want to be very close. This grip. Stay close. Okay, he's gonna do another Dark Devastation. It's gonna come out right. Okay? Watch it. Don't stand in that. See that? That's what one-shot you. As you guys are in a good position, you can get killed.
Sweet.
Alright, we're gonna spawn another set of ads, so loosely stack, you're gonna get pulled. Loosely stack, and get your own ad. Kick it and kill it. Smash that one. 52%, 51%. He's going to do another Dark Devastation, but now he's going to do Echoes of Crack. I'm going to drop a Darkness here to stop you guys from taking damage. Right, and now these spirits spawn, and these spirits will also detonate. Guessing? Smashing that one button. Best you can. Right, now we've got Ghostly Charges. These will one-shot you as well. And...
It's not ready yet.
What? Does it have a wide hide spray?
Yo, is there a reason I can't fucking see it? Am I done?
Yeah, it's Ghostly Charges. It's your charge. Alright, so you see now we got all these mechanics together at once. Now we're going to do that, add them, kill them. Stun, front,
Damn it!
Both of you have observed, okay? So from me and Tank and here, okay? Just watch the fight. When you fail, you learn, okay? It's the first attempt in learning. Fail. Best acronym for it. First attempt in learning. Watch this. See this? See the ghostly charges? They're going to go through the boss, one close to the boss. But we've got an iron spot. We've also got a frontal cone. I'm even just going to slow down my damage here. I'm not going to do damage just so you guys can see a bit more of the fight. See, these ghosts are going to spawn. And we just walk out of that, and then see how we got this circle mechanic. We loosely stack. This spawns an ad. I'm just auto-attacking right now. I kick my ad, and I kill the other two. Good aim cooldowns here. We're also going to have a front devastation beam, and these beams are going to go off. Alright, we're going to try and kill this guy. And somehow, our dragon knocked the other ad to free us in the corner over here. And I can't fucking kill it. As you can see. So I'm going to I-beam him from here. I got him. That was a really dumb knock by the dragon. I don't want to kill the boss yet. But you see, we'll look at it again. We've got a frontal beam, and we've got charge. It's the same thing. Learn the frontal beam. Now you can see, once you learn the mechanics, and then sitting there trying to fiddle around your rotation, right? It's much easier to just tap that button and learn the mechanics, right?
Has been defeated!
You can release and put the thing in the center of the
arena!
And now you guys will also get your first
Keystone.
Ring of Perpetual Conflict.
Forever!
Yep, you've unlocked your first keystone. Congratulations. And if you want, we can continue to do zeros and learn all the other boss mechanics of other dungeons, or we can start doing Mythic Plus. Now, bear in mind, you do not get loot from every boss. You only get loot from when you complete the key. And if anyone leaves at any time, we will pretty much 4-manning or 3-manning. Okay, so it gets really rough really quick. So we can do zeros, get you, dip your toes into the mythic content, or we can just, like, whatever you guys want to do. I feel like the moment we do a plus, you guys are going to experience 10x harder difficulty.
Well, I can't even survive Myth 0 right now, so...
Yeah, so we work on zeros then. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, I just, you know, I started doing a lot of content dive on, like, the Liberation of Undermine raid, because I thought that's where I was going to go towards. I don't know any of the mythic stuff. We barely did any dungeons when we were actually leveling anything.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I do have a juicy key for you guys if you want to try.
I mean...
Okay.
That's 120 times harder than what we just did.
Where do you come up with these numbers?
So if you have a look,
Yeah.
press I.
Mythic Dungeons.
Go to Mythic Dungeons. Look at the top here. You see Fortified. Non-bosses have 20% more health and inflict up to 20% increased damage. Tyrannical, bosses have 25% more health. Bosses and their minions inflict up to 50% increased damage. Then you've got Zal Ataf's Guile. Betrays players, revoking her bargains while making deaths subtract 15 seconds from time remaining. So every death, because you have a time limit to complete the key, so every single death above a certain threshold, which is above 12, will inflict a 15-second damage timer penalty per death instead of 5 seconds. So in any plus, you only get 5 seconds per death, but 12, every time you die, you inflict a 15-second to the timer. Now, some of these dungeons require like 30 minutes to complete, and adding 15 seconds, plus taking forever to get through the key. To put in perspective, that took us nearly 30 minutes for a 0.
I'm assuming that's not good.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Good,
but,
good.
But yeah, it's any plus we will not time at all. We just you guys literally lack the damage, and I feel like that'll be something that we can talk about a little bit later. But at the moment, we'll just focus on mechanics, do zeros, and just learn everything, and then we'll fix your damage. Unless you guys want to fix your damage now, and then you guys will have a bit more fun, rather than just having to spam one button.
I'm just not geared correctly, realistically.
Yeah, I'm assuming that that's probably going to be
So
part of my thing.
I
I thought
initially started off as a sub-rogue, and like mid in this whole ordeal, I swapped to assassin.
I would play combat. Combat is pretty nuts. It's relatively simple to learn. It doesn't really have much, but I mean, it's up to you. Do you have any like one-handed maces or swords, or you can't play combat with daggers?
I do in my warband. I don't know if I have any on me specifically right now. No, in my warband for sure, swords and maces and stuff.
Well,
I have a gun on me right now.
Can we get a portal back to Dornical, if you don't mind, please, Uncle?
Yep.
I want to use my hearthstone.
No reason. I am a mage. It's the one thing I can do.
Yeah, normally we would tip mages for portals, but times have changed. No.
Yeah, no. I know. 20 years ago, it would have been 5 per. It would have been 5 per.
But yeah, come follow me. I want to show you the dummies. All right, let's go and see what you guys' potential are at. Just spamming one button. I want to see what we can do for a minute. Both of you will have to do this, and we'll see. There we go. And then we're going to test it between pressing the glowy buttons versus pressing the one button rotation. So these are the dummies here. They're 5 stack. And all I want you guys to do is DPS together. Do you guys have a damage meter?
Yeah.
I have damage done.
Okay, let's reset all the meters. Reset all mine too. Yep, clear all the data. And let's go again. Reset all data. Yep. Alright, so you guys are going to attack this together in about 24 seconds. So you see the exhaustion debuff at the top right of your screens?
Yes.
Exhaustion cannot benefit from Fury of Aspects or other similar effects. when that hits 0, I want you to press time warp, and I want you both to DPS this guy as hard as you can, and we're gonna do it until
Just the single
basically
button right now.
just a minute. We're gonna do a whole minute of DPSing, and I'll tell you guys when to stop. Okay.
1,
All right. Go, go, go.
2, 3.
Yeah, this is gonna start to see your numbers and break it down. Scan that one button as hard as you can. Just want to see what damage you guys are capable of. Not bad. 822k, 1.2 mil. Keep spamming. I'll let you guys know when to stop. We'll see if we can improve your damage up to.
Why am I able to keep focus here better?
Because it's just a
so
dummy.
The reason why I asked is I would have already ran out of focus by now. So this is inaccurate.
So it's because your character's constantly emulating, and you're able to constantly stay on target right now. And look at this, you're doing 1.5 mil, Uncle, and Heavy, you're doing 1 mil.
900. Why? 1 mil yet? That's dope.
Yeah, we saw one. And to be fair, like I had to pop.
I got up to 920,000. That's why I was like, okay.
The pop mirror for that 1.5.
947. 951. 760.
Alright, so we can see what you've currently doing. Button and stop. Everybody stop. Right, so we got 1.7 mil from Uncle Genetics at the moment, and
My hands are off the fucking thing. Oh, that's auto.
yeah, you're ordering. Okay, so I'm just gonna say you're at 970. So we can have a look at your damage breakdown. You can look on my screen. I'll have a look at your damage breakdowns. Right, so at the moment you've got Envenom as your top damage, Poison Bomb, Fan of Knives. Yep, that's what it's telling you to press. And we can also see that you casted Envenom 18 times. So this is how I generally break down and learn things, if I'm going to use the one button. So have a look. You've got 18 Envenoms. You've got Poison Bomb. I'm assuming that's procced off Envenom. You've got Fan of Knives at 37, so it's recommending you press Fan of Knives a lot in combat. We also see that your Deadly Poison dot did nearly 10 million damage, so that's important to not lose that, because that's 10 million damage you lose by not having Deadly Poison out. We've got Ruptures, 9 million. I'm assuming you're going to spread Rupture around to everything. You've got Garrote, so that's your opening. Another Deadly Poison, and then you've got Kingsbane here for 4 mil, and then your melee attacks. So if you're not within melee range, you lose like 3.5 mil damage. Right, so that's all the breakdowns. We can also have a look at your aura uptimes, right? So it's telling you you've also kept your slice and dice up, which is increases your attack speed by 50%, lasts longer per combo point. So you got 99% uptime on this, so you know that you have to use slice and dice. Do you see how much you learn? Just have a look at your damage breakdowns and looking at auras that you maintain.
Instead of using this, I would read over WoW head and then like watch rogues. At least kind of figure out where I should be at. That's why I know slice and dice does increase 50%. Typically this wants, that's like second move in. If not, it's the opening move that the visual highlighter wants me to do, is add that, then go into everything else.
But you're learning, right, how all these auras are, this is just spamming the one button, right? You know that you've got to maintain alacrity, you know that you've got to maintain your momentum of despair, you've got to maintain acrobatic strikes, slice and dice. Obviously it's a no-brainer with the poisons. And then what else have we got? You got your flask as well, that's awesome. So this is all fantastic, and that's what we're learning here. We know that we have to press Envenom on cooldown, we know we have to use Fan of Knives, but how do we go further with this information? Because this is just limited, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the highlights. Now, I'm going to have a look at yours too. I'm sorry, not Nicholas. Uncle Genetics. Oh shit, what's up? Hey. Hey, you doing, Ryzen? I'm just helping out 10 of your players that want to get into Mythics. They've not touched Mythics at all.
Not once.
What's your...
He's doing Deathstalker.
No, that... like I would. That's your. If you're going for Mythic Plus, that's a pure single target build. So I would think about that first. That's your raid target.
By the way, guys, if you haven't already, it's this is Ryzen. He's a pretty fucking good rogue, really good rogue. So,
I should learn off of you how to play my assassination rogue. Got it.
indeed, he's very good. So do you have like a build loadout? We can grab him and just toss it on to see what he.
I don't know if you can. Chat.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just gonna give you guys the card view. Thank you, Ryzen, and also happy birthday, mate.
Happy B-Day.
There you go. I'm gonna send that code direct. Oh, and it's blocked.
It's a
friend request failed. He's not accepting friend requests, so we'll have to add you to become friends. Could you add me as a friend, Heavy?
On Discord? Yep. I kept getting bots and everything else, so security places put into place.
And Discord as well.
Yep. I sent you the code. Now, in order to get that code in, come into the game, press N, go to... just wait until you got the code. Let me know when you got the code, and I'll guide you from there.
You got the special treatment today.
Mm-hmm.
Should it be Deathstalker for the middle, or should it change that automatically?
It'll change automatically to Deathstalker.
Talents. Okay, so are we running the new build, Ryzen?
What you gave me? Yeah,
that's the new build. So roughly it's the same. Obviously you don't get 4 poisons, you only get 2 poisons, so it'll be your deadly poison and whatever else you choose for utility. Utility you can play with crippling poison for most of the times. You can go atrophic if you spec into it, or you can go mind numbing. Just depends on what you're after in each dungeon. Crippling obviously gives you slows, atrophic gives you 3% damage reduction on all mobs, and mind numbing increase their cast time. Your opener, I don't know how the one button is going to do it, but your opener will look something on an AoE like this. It will look something like you're in stealth. You'll start in stealth. You will go through as ambush, right? Rupture 2 targets, right? And then you will spam fans of knives, or garrote more targets if there are more targets. Then if you got a combo to spend, you'll spend it on Crimson Tempest. Then you will do a Mutilate. Then you'll go into a Death Mark before you do a Shiv. This is the reason why one button is not the greatest for assassination, because assassination opener is somewhat complicated, and I don't know how that applies with the one button.
Right. Okay.
You should be taking notes.
As much as possible, yeah.
Well, let's jump in. Let's see how you go. So go into stealth first. I'm going to get just you and me this time. I'm going to test the one button and see how that goes, okay?
All right, hold on. Am I testing the one button?
You are testing the one button first to see what you're at.
Why?
So, I would put the one button in your stealth menu as well.
Yep, no, it is. Or it was. Yep. Give me a moment.
Yep.
There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Just one second. I'm going to give Ryzen a bit of a pointer. So we just did a Theater Pain 0. Both these lads were doing about 200,000 to 300,000 DPS. So I'm just improving them up to 1 mil so that we can start doing plus content, because they don't currently have enough damage. So they're very open to advice and information. So I've told them to use the one button for now, and I was going to guide them on DPS rotations, but going to get builds and stuff as well. So thank you very much for coming to help out with the build too, Ryzen.
W Ryzen.
Come on. Come on in, brother. Let's play this. We'll do this together. And you too, Uncle Genetics. Let's go. Let's just play this again.
Flame, deadly poison, and then there.
Yep. Let's see how you go.
Just a single.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a minute, okay?
Already over a mil. 1.5, almost 2.
Changing
Over
the build.
2.
Oh, you're beating me.
I'm 2.5, 2.6. Come on, can I get 2.7?
I'll give you the 2.7. I'll give you the 2.7. I'll give you the 2.7. There you go.
So from what I'm seeing, the game is not, the one button is not pressing that mark for you.
9.
Stalker mark.
3, I broke 3. I hit 3.1. I'm enjoying myself.
So the one button isn't pressing what?
It's not pressing dead stalker mark for you. So I assume it's not pressing shiv either for you.
Shiv is normally 2, right?
Yeah, so what you want to do
So it is, but it's very rare when it does.
Okay, so it does press shiv then. So if it press shiv, then it's not pressing it at the right time. So what you want to do is you always want to, after you put all your dots out, so you got your Garrote up, you got your Rapture up, and you got your Crimson Tempest up, you want to go into a death mark, then press shiv right after.
Okay. I'm sorry, am I backing up or not backing up?
Yeah, we're done now. We're done now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was way crazier. What?
And then to complicate that a bit for you, what you want to do is, so once you put all your dots up, you put a death mark out, put the death mark on whatever target you want, usually it's the highest HP target, then shiv, then you vanish, then right after vanish you go back into pressing 2 or whatever you want.
So smash one button and hit death mark every once in a while. Got it.
Yeah, you could literally just the one button, then a death mark on 2, and then whatever you need on 3, and then the rest can be utility.
Yeah, so one button, get all your bleeds out, then as soon as you got all your bleeds, hit death mark, then try to follow that up with a shiv, so put shiv on 3 or something to manually shiv, then vanish, then go back to spamming your one button.
Vanish and then back into the one button.
Yeah.
So you'll need vanish in there somewhere.
Easy to
Vanish is
remember.
hard.
Like you only have to press the one button, and then you just remember these 2 other things, and bam, you're pumping, dude.
And then all of a sudden you're hitting 3 million fucking damage. All right, bud. Whatever.
Oh, actually, I got to 3.1, sir.
Yeah, I saw. You're welcome, by the way. I hit time warp for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Fucking hell. Like I said, that's the Ryzen effect. You
That's
did that with my reptile
insane.
item. Yeah, so this all you guys need is coaching, right? Just so you can get into the dungeons and start really pumping. And I know it's only one button, but don't feel discouraged by that. Because this one button allows you to find out little weak things in your gear. Like, at the moment, that's just your talent build. Imagine when you get your gear optimized with best in slot and getting good trinkets, getting good weapons upgraded, crafting your gear.
That was part of the reason why I went over to Assassination, because it was up there, if not leading the pack in DPS. I was like, yes, that's kind of what I want. So, yeah, this is perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And also, you don't have 4-piece, so you're missing probably another 40-50% more damage on top of that. So your 4-piece could actually be gotten right now. You want to go and grab it? Come follow me, I'll show you how to grab it.
And then obviously, this stats, you're gonna go full crit mastery. Doing the ring from the island will be very helpful for you because that gives you the chunk of mastery.
Alright, so this catalyst right here, I want you to slot your champion pieces in here and into the green plus. So take it from your character screen, so press C, drag from the character screen into the green plus. And then wait for the 5 seconds and press confirm. Do that for every piece that is your main piece, right? So your head piece, your shoulders, your shoulders are veteran, so maybe hold off on the shoulders. So just go head, go chest piece, go your leg piece, and then go your gloves.
Oh, this is how we get those pieces?
That's how you get those pieces.
Oh my god, I was just thinking I had to grind this shit out. Give me a moment.
Ideally, you want to be converting your head piece, your shoulder piece, your glove piece, and your pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should leave your...
Perfect. Thank you. Like, I literally was like, I'm gonna have to grind this shit out. Fuck me. Fuck me. Nope, this works.
So which ones am I supposed to do? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes?
Head, shoulder, glove, and like...
Okay. Gloves. My gloves are heroes, so I'll definitely do those.
It's head, shoulders, hands, legs.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, there's those.
But
Because obviously
You're
each
not-
unit pieces have different stats, so whatever your stat weight is, you want to make sure you're converting those. With Assassination Rogue, the only piece that's stuck in our repertoire for stats is our chest piece.
Right. No, I noticed that. I already got, which one? I got one of them, the Mecho Core Amplifier. Yeah.
Okay, that's a really good trinket. That's pretty much your, like, if you can get a hero version of that, that will last you for a long
That is,
time.
I just have to get it up to 4 from according to
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Whatever you're doing right now, don't do it. You didn't listen to me. Not every piece. Uncle Genetics, not every piece. You're only doing your tier pieces, bro.
To
Okay,
which
those
to
that
which
aren't
pieces?
the- Okay, for you, you're just going head, shoulders. Like you can just do your head, shoulders, your chest piece, your legs, and your gloves. Just
My
do a whole lot, but
my chest piece was veteran, so I was gonna hold off on that. My
Yeah, and lose the chest piece.
here.
You only need 4 pieces.
Okay, but you're just doing your boots and your gloves. Your
did-
boots and your boots.
I didn't mean to even do these. I was kind of. Yeah, that's my bad.
That's
bro.
why I was telling you to. Yeah, it's all good, brother. Don't stress. It's just remember now when you get like a hero piece when we start doing mythic pieces. So for example, if you get a hero piece from a higher keys that I'm going to be running with you, you will not be able to convert your hero pieces. So this is why you have to be very strategic and why we're trying to.
Yeah, this was a
guys
complete
could,
accident right here.
So don't stress too much though. You guys who just started, you will have 8 charges right now to use. So that means you got 8 converts. Now this, I don't know what week we're on, but it does give you a new charge every 2 weeks, right? So don't like overly stress if you overuse a charge. Obviously you don't want to be using the charges on lower pieces, but if you do, it is.
Yeah, so use it on your shoulders and use it on your helm. So now you'll have 4 piece, okay? So what the 4 piece is for your arcane is whenever you hit jackpot, you can keep spamming, like it'll refund your arcane power back so you can throw out another arcane barrage. You're gonna need to have game sound on for this. If you don't play with game sound, you won't be able to hear the treasure coin flip.
Okay, I do.
Okay? Yeah, so that's super important. Now we're also gonna fix your build up too, Uncle, so just to make sure that you are pumping as well. Do you want to give him a build, or do you want me to grab my mage build, Razen?
Do I look like a mage player to you?
See, that's always my problem. Now nobody plays mage.
No, I'm not. I'm anti-casters.
I get it.
I'll give you guns on tanks, healers, and every single other melee DPS. Ask me a question on casters, you need somebody else. I'll tell you not to play them.
Let me get my mage, and I'll give you my mage code. It should be strong enough. I can burst up to 10 to 12 mil on my mage, so I'm no expert, but you know,
better than
it'll
what I
give you
do,
something.
so.
It'll tell you how to die 20 seconds into the boss fight too.
Hey, I'm already good at doing that.
Well, he's already a pro at that.
I'm already good at doing that. Yeah.
Let me give you my mage build. It's run by one of the top mages, but that doesn't matter to you. Copy I'm gonna post
I
this
mean,
to
it-
you.
it-
To notice, I'll put it in your
It does matter
right
to me
in
a
your
little bit.
stream chat.
Oh, that's a lovely code. I'm just like, I'm glad it's
Alright,
at least
so-
like shawled something.
Alright, well, check this out, Uncle. I'm gonna terribly fail at my mage. So if you guys check out my stream and see how badly I do. But I'm not using the one button, so we'll see how we go. Insert pressure here. Alright, so start off with Evoc. So we're at this, Arcane Power. I already fucked it up. That's alright. This. And bang. And you can see my damage over here.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't look
I
like
would if
any
I was
of my numbers.
I've already done.
Report him for hacking.
I'm doing it right now as we're speaking.
I fucked up. I fucked up. I still pumped hard. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Fuck mage, man. I don't know. I fucked that up so bad. I butchered it.
Job assassination for
Immediately exited the fucking mats. How you rage quit a tune? How did you rage quit a tune?
here. People rogue give you damage. You don't need to do anything.
Oh, that's funny. I love that. All right, I did import it though, so.
So that's what my mage did. Is 18 mil burst, but let's see what one button does for it. I just did the one button.
Arcane will live with you. I got Arcane up there. Double check your one button. See if it has all the cooldown.
Look at this damage already.
It got up to 7.
Yeah.
Here, I did this for you guys. I'm gonna do it for you.
I don't think it's pressing his shifting power. And it's not using his touch of mantra. Or is it?
It does my touch on magic. I can see it doing that. I'm not seeing shifting power at all.
Yeah, don't touch any of your buttons.
If you go to the one button on your spell book and highlight over it, it will give you all the spells you can press.
Alright, do that, please.
It says it's shifting power though.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so remember you're a caster, so spamming on a caster is not smart. You want to just make sure your cast bars are going, because you're going to start cancelling things like your shifting power. But it's not doing evoc. See how it's not doing evocation? Evocation is your huge damage. So you're going to have to do evoc, and then you're going to have to do your rotation. Because evo, what it does is it gives you a huge power amp, and you're going to have to use that with your... fuck me, trying to remember all these ability names is crazy. You know, the ability next to your fucking Touch of Magi.
Arcane Surge? Or missiles?
Okay. Surge. So you want to do Evoc into Surge, then you want to do Touch of Magi, and then you want to Missiles, and then you just want to keep trying to spam as much Arcane Barrage as you can.
And that's usually what I do, it's just I'm really bad sometimes at, like, catching my procs. And then obviously my talents were trash.
To begin with, get it, put it through as I need to evoke pre-combat all the time.
Yep.
Like just before you start your combat, always go into it with evoke. You know, just like a rogue who will always start the combat in stealth, you're gonna always start the combat with evoke.
Okay. Where's my shifting to make sure that we're proccing? We're hitting that at some point, just in case.
Okay, so what Shifting Power does before you put it anywhere, Shifting Power is a cooldown reduction for all of your spells. So whenever you put things on cooldown, it reduces all of your cooldowns. So you have to fully channel that.
Okay.
So if you move or suddenly move out of a combat thing, you've basically just wasted your entire shifting power.
Okay, so I'll make sure
You
that
gotta
that's on
put
a
up-
button itself, so that I can catch that. I can see. I can watch. Like I can catch this. My screen's small enough. I can catch this going on cooldown and not. So. All right. So this.
Okay, but let me explain something first because I need to explain your opener.
Okay.
I gotta explain your opener. Okay, don't blast into combat just yet. So when you use your evocate, you need to evocate straight into your arcane surge, into touch of magi, and then you want to be throwing your orb out so to get your 4 arcane power straight off the bat, and then you want to throw out arcane missiles. The reason why you do that combo is because your arcane missiles, when it's put onto your touch of magi target, it takes from all the other mobs around it. It's called funneling. So when you got other mobs around it, it makes you do a lot more damage. So when you got touch of magi out, you throw it out, you get a 20 stack of a buff that enables you to nuke with your arcane barrages, and that's why you're rotating between missiles, arcane barrage, and you want to just kind of keep nuking that touch of magi target. So you've got damage windows. Now touch of magi, I'm pretty sure, is every 30 seconds, but you don't want to press touch of magi by itself while it's dry. You want to make sure that you're putting it with something all the time. So that's why you have a minute window every single time you go into a fight. It's something that's very hard to pick up. Yeah,
Like
go.
the minute time.
You go. What'd you say?
Is the 1 minute window like kind of just a rule of thumb?
1 minute. You're basically every minute you're nuking something.
Okay.
That's basically what you're doing. And your arcane missiles is AoE, your barrage is AoE, but your touch of magi target, that's the target that's dying. You don't want to be on any other target. So once you magi something, that target's dying. That's pretty much arcane mage.
Okay.
So you got to make sure you have all of your damage amp before you press
The
the button.
number
So-
one rule as the thing for touch of magi, make sure it's always on the BP target. Because like, if you're in a AoE pack and you put it on a small target, it dies within 3 seconds because all your other DPS killed it. Or
Yeah, luckily I've ran enough of the Nightfall to kind of learn the Touch of Magi thing and how that works. It's really, like, one, my talents were terrible, obviously, but two, I'm worse at catching the procs than the button is right now. So being able to have the opener plus this button right now is probably going to help me a whole lot.
yeah, like treat your button as where it does your base rotation, and you just have to help the opener along. Like both Arcane Mage and Assassination Rogue as well. Your opener is your major DPS. If you fuck up the opener, you will find that your DPS just go down the drain. So if you can help the one button in the opener section, just feed it cooldowns, etc., then afterward the normal base rotation, you can keep spamming it and let it do the thing.
Because I do usually open it. The problem is maybe because I was doing it on Nightfall, I would usually evocate into Surge, Magi, and then I would start hitting procs. I wouldn't do Arcane Blast, and I was not keeping that dot up.
With those type of things, I highly suggest get an add-on called Weak Aura, and then either make yourself or get other Weak Auras, and make the Weak Auras as annoying as you can. So if you keep forgetting to bring up Barrage, like I got players who literally have Weak Auras going, "You're a fucking idiot." There's no, you know.
So I do have weak auras. I just don't know how to use it.
Okay.
Yep. That's where we're at.
Yeah, there's
You got
nothing in
the
there.
thing, you just need to
As
set
I said.
everything up.
So it's there. I haven't like since we weren't really doing anything that was super challenging this entire time. I just didn't set anything up yet.
Yeah.
Let me give you a battle tag friend, and I'm gonna leave the group.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look over to my mage. I'm just gonna try and break it down for you. It's very simple. but at the same time, you need to be tracking your arcane charges, because if you're pressing arcane barrage when your charges aren't full, you're missing out on potential damage. Okay, so I'm going to invite both of you, so both of you leave the group. Yeah, Ryzen, you need to if you're on. You're not online, are you? You're just kind of chilling. Okay, cool. Where the hell are you? Zivana, Heavy, I got you. And what the?
What is your ping, if you don't mind me asking?
For me? If you play with me, you'll probably be on 200. I'm on 22, but we're currently on the US right now. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, actually, no. You guys are actually on ping. You're on my server.
I'm normal then. I did increase by 10.
Yeah, I'm sitting at pretty good ping for what you're thinking it was. Maybe it's just, you know, the internal thing, but I'm sitting at 30.
Right, so genetics, Uncle Genetics, whatever you prefer to be called.
Unk! Just call me Unk, just like the kids do.
So in the center of my screen right now, this is a weak order, okay? This is my bars down here. I don't care about any crap down here. I don't even know why it's on. That's honestly just to sort of like a reference point for me to know what the bind is. I get to a point where I turn all of this off when I have it locked in my skull. So what's here and what's important to track? So we have Arcane Blast here, which is my barrage, and also my missiles, and I have my orb, and I have Magi, I have shifting power, arcane power, and evocation. We also have all my little abilities down here. Now, they don't have the associated keybinds like you would with traditional buttons. This is just for your memory. Once you know what the binds are, you can press them whenever. That comes with time and practice. You guys have oodles of that. You've told me that. So if you really do practice with that, give that a good go. So what we're going to do, let's say that this guy here, I'm going to mark him with a square. He's the beefiest target in this whole pack. Okay? As a mage, I'm going to be coming in this pack. My tank's grouping everything up. Like, he's over here. It's like, oh, I'm grouping these guys up. I'm waiting because I'm going to pull a lot of threat. But I'm not going to wait too long because I have this ability here called Mirror Image. So I don't get threat as long as I press my Mirror Image. But I also have another way to get out of combat very quickly, which is also one of my biggest defenses, is greater invisibility. I take 60% reduced damage. It also resets my combat so that I'm not being absolutely pumped. So I'm going to assume this is Priory, and this is the Knight. It's got huge health on it. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to throw out my orb, which is going to give me, here, my 4 arcane power, right off the bat. Now I now have a beefed up, highly charged thing that I can throw out whenever I want. I'm also going to evocate. I'm going to arcane power, and I'm going to touch a Magi, mirrors, and then missiles. Straight into the big nuke. And you can see I can already double bribe. Here, look, waiting for it to get full. If I really wanted to, do this. Right, that's a very weak burst. But you're trying to focus on getting your power to fall before you throw out your barrage. And you can see, let's throw out another orb. I get a free cast of barrage. And then we get this little glowy icon here. That enables me to absolutely nuke the main target. Yep, and you can see I got that 20 stack.
Yep.
So when you get that glowy icon, and that's what weak core's power actually is, right? It lets you know. And that, we've got another arcane power burst here. Touch of Magi, and then here we go, bang. Another touch of Magi. So, it's a lot of learning that you have to do, but once you get it down, it's so very difficult to explain, but
it's definitely
damage breakdown.
I was looking at least what you were proccing and everything, because I know what the things are looking like, and like you're managing your arcane barrage way better than I do. Your arcane missile procs are way better than I usually do. Touch of Magi, I'm usually okay at keeping up. If I'm not dying one shot to a boss or something in a mythic dungeon.
Yeah. And honestly, I think we could, like, both of you guys you got your builds ready now, and I think we could hit another 0, and you're gonna notice a huge difference, right?
I already feel and see a huge difference, so I'm ready to hit another 0 just to see that, like, actually run the difference, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, if you guys are keen, I'm happy to do another one. We fixed your damage, now we just gotta fix your mechanics. Mechanics are a huge issue. But before we do that, I do want to teach you guys movement. Now, movement you both struggle with dearly. I said genetics, I think you're doing mouse turning, which I really like. So we're gonna fix you up heavy. Let's see. So let's say we have, let's say this guy over here. Hopefully he doesn't move. He's the boss guy. And we have mechanics spawning here, here, and here, and you're rogue, right? And you want to be trying to get on this guy and doing as much damage as you can. You want to be rotating around and then attacking him. Right, fuck me.
So I should be circling him?
Alright, can you just sit still?
Before you even begin that, before you even start that day, what are your keybinds for movement?
Yes, my keybinds for movement. Mine's QE.
Not
I do
yours.
QE strafe.
I meant.
Well, strafe, yeah, QE, that keeps fucking me up. I'm trying to get into that.
So what's your current keybind for movement?
The WSQE. The
Cool.
default.
So why don't you use A and D? Just go WASD.
I didn't change it. Just to be real honest.
Yeah, just go to keybinds and then change your... Because you're melee, A and D for left and right will be easier than Q and E.
For strafing, right?
Yeah, so left strafe is A, right strafe is D.
Okay.
And obviously if you're used to shooters, it'll be easy as well.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Better.
Alright, so now all you have to do is, when you're around, you just hold down your right click, and then you can just simply do that.
Yeah, so you need to, so let's say I want you to walk straight and then do a quick 180 turn. So to do so, while you're just holding down W, you just quickly hold down to your mouse, right click and look backwards.
Yeah, you're already turning way better heavy. Before, I seen you were just like really struggling to turn. You're turning.
Yeah, no, it's because my brain, the W, the AD was shooting the camera. I was fighting the camera and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're used to shooters, I have no idea. Like I don't do Q and E myself. I do WASD as well. Like I'm just used to shooters. Like what the fuck is Q and E?
Yeah, we were actually talking about that the other day because he was like, because usually in shooters, Q and E is going to be your bumpers or your abilities,
or ping or whatever,
anything like that. Yeah, so Q and E for me was kind of natural, but that's because I also just use a lot of mouse movement, so I use both my clicks, and I'm always moving kind of around because I know mages in PvP are usually pretty agile. I just don't have. I'll probably set up a better action bar for movement as well. Because I'll miss like blink timings and that'll get me one shot like just happened.
Obviously now that you got Q and E off, you can always keybind Q and E to something else.
True. Yeah, you can use Q and E to something.
I did that for the camera movement because I'm highly like never going to actually hit those buttons.
You can actually just use them as ability buttons just like in a shooter, or utility buttons just like in a shooter. Q and E. That's funny.
Yeah, I haven't. So that I haven't went through and actually customized it, if you will.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna tell you my keybinds. I don't suggest anybody do because keybinds are personal. What you find comfortable pressing and what I find comfortable pressing are gonna be totally different shit. But I do suggest you just play around with them till you find your niche of what you like pressing.
Ideally, you don't want to be clicking anything. So,
Yeah,
whatever
the
you
only
find.
thing I would suggest in keybind, especially if you play multiple characters, is have a general knowledge of having the same keybind for the same kind of abilities. So if your kick is F, make sure all your characters kick is F. or something
Right.
similar, right? Like if your blink is, let's say, the tide key next to the 1, then have your, as an assassination rogue, have your shadow step be that as well. So every single character have their movement abilities on the same keybinds.
Right.
I do the same thing with controller. I always play everything on bumper jumper tactical, so I always have to customize keybinds.
I use a lot of keybinds from, obviously the movement as your WASD. I use Q, E, R, F, T, X, V, C, all my numbers keys up to the 6, and then I got my Naga mouse for the extra keybinds on the side of the mouse as well.
Yeah, we got our Naga as well. I had a shooter mouse, tried to play with that. The AK pulling rate was way too much for this game. And then I didn't have any keybinds, so I went and I grabbed a Naga as well.
I switched over to Naga a little bit ago, but I also, like he said earlier, I do like network engineering, security engineering, so just having the extra buttons a little bit easier versus taking it off and then hitting the actual keybind, because on the Naga, everything.
So like you guys will be used to pressing a lot of buttons already. So like something like some people find Nagas annoying because they're like, oh, it's this extra bloated button, I can't press it, etc. But for you guys, you should be fine.
I've broken my hands, both of them, like 4 times each, so having buttons real close together is really nice for me.
Yeah.
I want you guys to do though, while we're at the subject of turning and shit. See these 2 dummies over here? I want you guys to, both of you, switch between targets. I know Mage doesn't really have to move around that much, but switch between this target, while smashing keys and try and find things that are comfortable. Just pretend that this guy needs something to kick. How easily would you get over there? Don't do random jumps unless they have purpose. Right? Everything
I
that
listen
you
to
do.
him. Your rogues always do random jumps.
That's
Give you extra DPS.
I'm doing it right, but I'll
Here,
be
you don't,
playing Ghost.
here, you don't have to jump anymore. There you go.
But as you can see, like, if you do like jumping from here to here, you're getting out of melee range of this guy.
Right.
You want to try and do jumping with purpose just for fun, but try and stay within melee range of these guys and switch between targets.
Right.
Smash those keys. Try and find like what's important to you. Like, who are you gonna death mark? You're gonna death mark this guy, switch to him real quick, go back over here, keep spamming your buttons, right? Try and practice switching targets. It's gonna be super important, especially when we get group sizes like that over there, I think 5 stack.
This is
I am getting used to the aspect of using the tab. I just actually figured out that I could use that for targeting and switching. So
Look at
that
your
has been
movement,
something
though.
I've been...
Did you notice the difference in your movement already? Now try and get behind them. Go behind them. Use your mouse. Don't jump. Go around behind them.
there we
Jump
go.
later. So 5 from the front.
That was like one of the times where like
Cycles are
I
short
forget where the orientation of the camera is, and even though I'm hitting down, I'm not realizing my character is actually like looking forward.
Conversation
Yeah, hey,
Thus
Alex,
I'm in a little bit,
Be
so
safe.
oh,
Yeah, so
Returning to
try and get around him. Let's say this guy is rotating all the time. Just keep doing 360s around him and see how well you can keep yourself maintained on that target and not losing autos. Nice. See, you're already playing really well. Now imagine there's a big circle attack right there, and it's about the diameter of both those dummies. Right? Now get back in there. DPS. Nice. That's all you're really doing in keys. You're looking for the circles that can kill you. You're looking for things to kick. You're looking for prior targets to kill.
Right.
You're looking at how to survive, how you're going to use your feint, which is defensive abilities. So we know how to use the damage abilities now, but you need to know how you're going to survive being in a key, because obviously standing in any circle, you die. There's certain mechanics you're going to have to learn as well, like feinting to reduce your aerial damage taken by, was it 40% or 30% or something like that? I can't remember.
It's a lot.
40% and all other damage by 20.
Yeah, you get your normal damage taken by 20 as well. It is something like, I mean, don't stress about feint until you start learning the patterns. You guys are doing low enough keys that you shouldn't be dying from not pressing it. But obviously keep an eye out for abilities and AoEs that you can feint and practice it if you can. Assassination does take a hit in DPS for pressing feint, but obviously a dead DPS is no DPS as well, so...
Right.
Yeah, if it was grown, if this was grown men slamming me at 12 years old, it'd be like getting coached to wrestle all over again.
What do you reckon of his movement? I think it's a lot better now.
100%. It's yeah. I wasn't, and the problem is that because I was so focused, I wasn't really paying attention to like how he was moving. I just noticed that he was always like right here to somebody.
Yeah.
Now try and practice sitting still. Just sit still, sit behind the targets, do damage, and then move now with intention. Just pretend something's going to happen and just move with intention. I want to see how you play, just sitting still.
It's like a big circle drop on the target and you gotta move to where Day is.
Where Day is?
Because you jumped
Where
there.
is Day?
One other thing you can do. So one other thing you can do as an assassination, right? So let's say you're on that target dummy. Ideally, you want to use a mouse over macro, but you can just click on Day and shadow step to him as well.
Yeah. So go over this dummy.
Oh, shadow.
And then,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then shadow step me
So hold on, let me
from here.
focus. You.
You don't want me to be a focus. You would want to just
You can do that. You can do that as well. Yeah, like if you're PvP and things, just go like focus on whoever you want to transport to, then just have your shadow step as a shadow step to focus. Now, obviously, annoying part about that is you gotta refocus all the time on people who want to. So ideally, you want to do like a shadow step to mouse over. Then you just mouse over the panel of the player.
But that would be like
macros, baby.
Alright, this one here. Would this work?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, I'm gonna give you a macro heavy. And I want you to put it on your bar. And so this will be for you, brother. So just take that, copy it as is, go into the game / macro. Then go to your specific for your character Zenana, press new, just type shadow.
One thing good about that macro, you don't need to change anything around, obviously. If you're not on a mouse over, it will still go to your target. So it works on both enemies and friendlies.
Yeah, so if you hover over like one of your friendly players, you press that button, it will just teleport you to that player. Or if you go to that boss, it'll teleport you to that boss.
Yep. So go to your name first. See how you got general macro. Go to your name version. Diana specific. Yep. Okay. And then just. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter where it is, obviously. Now, one other thing you want to do is instead of.
I can.
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't matter where it is. So see where it got cast. Just press enter on the macro just before it.
Enter.
Yeah, so type in where the macro is. So go all the way to the first row. Yeah, put that on a new row. So just press enter, and then in the previous row, go hashtag show tooltip.
Hashtag.
Oh, sorry, not there. In the beginning row, where it's empty right now. Yeah. And then change your name and icon to a question mark instead.
Okay.
So that will put it towards the shadow step. And now I think shadow step is one word or two words. Just double check on the shadow step icon.
One lowercase.
And just so it's one word, yeah, lowercase. So save that.
Yeah, press the save button. No. Press the save button. Okay, now,
so now it actually shows you the shadow step icon and its cooldown, or else it wouldn't have shown you the cooldown. So just replace that with where you have shadow step, and then obviously keybind it to whatever.
Okay.
Yep. So just replace your shadow step button, and then now put a bind on that. So in order to do a quick keybind, so press escape, go to options. Interface, quick keybind mode, yep, and then just hover over the button, and well, now you got QE available. So, which one would you like to be a shadow step? Q.
So if you press OK now, so right now, whereas a day's across the harbor thingy to you, so just highlight over day panel on your party frame, and just press Q. So while your mouse is over it. Oh wait, is he blooded? Are you? What are you? Are you Horde or Alliance?
I'm
I
horde.
am Horde. I'm
A
Horde.
boat Horde? Okay. So it should have worked. Let's check that macro. That macro might be a bit funky. So go back to macros. Alright, so we
It's
got...
half. It's got half.
Yes,
So it
so
needs
that's
to help.
what... So just remove that harm part. Don't worry about the harm.
From both of them. So harm again.
Okay, that's it.
It's because you're not harming me. Right, so now, okay. You're not harming me.
And just double check that it works to, when the cooldown come back up, double check it still works. So like ideally, obviously you can run out of the mechanic, but if like somebody is outside of mechanic already, then you can just fucking
Yeah, okay. So that's what that was more used for. Okay.
And now you can set up another bind, like your E for a feint. And so now you've got E,
exactly.
so you can start feigning. You see what I mean? Like you can now set up a bunch of binds. Yeah, you don't want to be clicking anything, if you can help it.
Okay.
Right, so yeah, your macro is fine. You don't need to change that at all. No, you don't need it. No. Okay, yeah, go back to that. Should be fine. Yeah, so we're not making a macro for feint. So you just need to set up a keybind. That's where we're gonna. So go to options, keybinding, and let's set up a bunch of keybinds because this is super important. A quick keybind mode. Now hover over the button. Feint. What's a good button for you? What would be comfortable? I want to reduce my damage taken. I want to reduce my threat. What bind?
That'd be right there on me as well. Outside of that, most of everything else, I don't know. Don't know.
Try E then.
It was not supposed to be S.
Press cancel. Just press cancel. Do not press OK. Now go back to quick keybind mode again. Yeah. Don't press OK just yet. So So now, what other binds are really important? We've got Death Mark and we've got Shiv. Those definitely need a keybind. So
those are on the mouse.
Okay.
Right there on the thumb.
We already keybind it.
Alright, what about your evasion? What do you think? Okay, the tank just lost threat, and you don't have Vanish available because you just had to use it to open it because the tank's being an idiot and he just pulled another pack, but you need to get your opener that Ryzen explained. How are you going to do that but also live the pull? So that's evasion. It's the button to the right of E.
Right, that one. So E.
Yeah. You need to live. You're going to press this in a second. I mean, it's up to you. What do you feel would be a comfortable button for that?
I don't like moving my thumb up so extenuating my index finger. That's why I'm wondering if E is, or if R is bound to something typical.
No, it isn't. It's not. None of these.
It's literally to reply to the previous person who whispered you.
Oh, fuck that. I'll just hit enter. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Done. Next.
What about sprinting? What would be a good movement for you to? So the first one on the left of Q.
Oh, this one.
What would you like to press to move fast? Now, obviously, in traditional shooters, you press Shift to go faster. F to okay, yeah. The F feels like that.
The actual button that I highly suggest, and like I said, I don't want to give you keybind suggestion, but I do highly suggest for sprint is just your middle button mouse click. Scroll wheel.
Yeah, no, I'm filling it out right now. No, I like F better, sorry. Thank you, though, for the suggestion.
Oh, good. And be aware, none of your keybinds are permanent. You can change them later on if you don't like it or want to change it to something else.
Okay, now something is going to go off that's going to kill the entire group. You have the only kick available. What button is the first button you think of if you were to press something in a quick succession? Don't tell me it's button 12 on your mouse.
It's the one that goes.
Unfortunately, it's I bounce between. Yeah, because that's. So the reason why that is I know programmatically that's where it is. So I know my finger goes patty corner from one. Done. Like that's boom.
Well, like I mean, like I said, if keybinds are personal, what one person may find weird as fuck, or somebody else you can press. So
for me to be more needing to understand the timing of which, and like just remembering the name of the attacks. I know you were going through them, so I was like, all right, got it. So it's working. I just have to practice it more. That was something I just started with him just the other day to get better at it. So
I'd be aware with kicks, you sort of the idea of kicks is there's never gonna be really a time where you're like, oh shit, I need a kick right now. Because if there is a time where it's like I need a kick right, well, there's something wrong happen in your group that needs to be fixed first. Ideally, it will be an X amount of time, in 5 seconds, James, you need to kick. So then you already know that in 5 seconds you need to press your key on.
yeah.
Any other bind I would possibly suggest would be your blind.
There's 2 buttons I will suggest if it's not yet, is your shiv and your vanish.
Yeah, I need to put
Vanish
Vanish on the board. I didn't realize it got disappeared when I swapped the talents. So
put in 5. You also need Cloak of Shadows bound too. That makes you immune to AoE magic damage. So your Vanish is on the top left, by the way. Top left bar. Left. No. All the way left. Go up.
No, he was on it, and then you just made him fucking... next to your death mark, man.
That's not actually a button though. That's a... That's a button. That's his distractor.
Oh, the distractor.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, oh, nah. That's the shit that is important to him to track. Alright, so now you got Vanish on 5. Now you need to bind your Cloak of Shadows as well, so that's to the left of where you just picked up Vanish.
That's
so
right.
You put that somewhere. Yeah, put that somewhere.
Okay, so I could technically get rid of these ones since that's taking care of the majority of that, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah. If you want to...
Yeah. Or you can get rid of Garrett, because that will be part of the 1 button. You can probably get rid of Evenom. You can probably get rid of S&B. Probably can get rid of Rupture.
I don't know, Mutilate's in there, Rupture's in there. I don't remember. I think King Bane is because I saw this thing.
It should be, but it's not in the single target. It's not in the AoE build anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay, well, I'll add it in there, just somewhere on there.
The keybinds were clutch, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Poison Knife is there.
It's easier for my counterspell.
Never really press Poison Knife anyway, unless like I mean, I don't see any real range.
Just for to pull. That's the only time I've really used it.
Well, I mean, the question with that would be, well, why are you pulling?
Well, he was pulling for us while we were leveling.
Yeah.
He was my tank.
yeah, fair enough. But I believe the 1 button should be pressing Poison Knife if you're in range anyway. Yeah.
Also, that Tricks of the Trade is a very important bind, so I'd put that on there somewhere. Like, put all the ones over there into the numbers. That way you've got them bound. Yeah. What about the drinking combo points thing? Is that covered by the 1 button?
With your tricks, you can obviously tricks into a focus target, or you can tricks over mouse over as well.
I'd probably want to do mouse over just because of where that's at.
If you want to do mouse over, then just literally copy the macro that you had for Shadow Step, and then just retype Shadow Step to Tricks of Trade.
Do I leave harm in there or no?
No, don't leave harm in there.
Okay, remove harm again. Do the same thing, just change name out for...
Just go to macro. No. Go copy the new one that you have for shadow shift.
Do I hit OK now?
Yep.
Okay.
And then just Control A, copy all that you got in mouse over right now for shadow step.
Yep, and just change the ability name to Trick the Tread, and you're done. You don't do anything else.
So just copy all of that.
I messed up this one?
Yeah. Copy
We're
that one.
going to make a new one, so copy all the things in that text right now.
There it is.
And then just name it tricks, and then obviously paste that same code and just retouch it to fix up the code, or however it...
Yep, and the other hum next to it. Yep. Done. You gotta have a comma though in between. Yeah, nice.
Oh wait, go back to general macros. Yeah, oh you can do that, yeah. And then just type in code, however they spell it.
Do I type it the way that is?
Yep.
Like, is it case sensitive?
It's not case sensitive. It is, spaces need to be there though.
Yep. The tricks of the tread, and you're done. And just press
No,
save.
not yet. So put that into the second bar, and then on the top bar, make sure you do the hashtag show tooltip again.
Yep.
That's it.
Tooltip, yep, and save. You should be doing this too, Uncle. For certain abilities, like dropping, if you're gonna play Frost Mage and stuff like that, it's important. But just to have it, it's an easy tool for everything. So test it out, see how your tricks go. Just hover over a player and test a button.
So what is it supposed to do? I haven't figured out that
What
part
tricks is for the first 10, so once you trick someone, you'll get the buff, and for the first 10 seconds, all the ability that generate threat will go to that person instead.
So, okay. Okay, so...
Like, if you were to attack right now, you got 10 seconds, 9 seconds left of tricks. Every single ability that generate threat,
That's
all
gonna
of that
go
will
there.
go to,
This is going to go this, this, this.
Let's see, but just remember you will not be able to open character screen. So I would suggest an interest. Don't change anything yet. I like the bind. It's very smart usage. So the way I fix this problem is I set B to open my character screen and Shift B to open my bags.
Oh, that's smart.
Okay.
Yeah, that's smart.
You can even do Shift C if you still want C as the character.
No, but I would do Shift C for character.
Yeah, so just
you
go
do
to
that.
people, just go all the way down to miscellaneous.
Or just type in the search at the top and just type for character. Yeah.
I
Character.
definitely changed up my keybinds while you guys were doing that. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was clicking my fucking counterspell.
Yeah, that's.
I'm no longer clicking my counterspell. It's good. Or my blink.
How's that feeling? This is how the top end players play, bro.
I just, you know.
You're already getting most of the shit.
Well, and now he's got the macros going. He's got the macros going too now. Oh, don't touch
Can you
something.
just do your opener for me?
Yeah, go touch something.
So go into stealth, obviously do your opener, put your bleeds up, put your death strike, put your shift, go into a vanish. Yep, and then keep pressing 1.
Get out of the habit of clicking as well, whatever you can. Just punish yourself, tap yourself on the wrist. Hey, don't click.
He likes that shit.
Whatever you can do.
That's pretty much it. The only thing I would say is with death mark, just make sure your current target have all your bleeds up, yeah?
Are you using Crimson Tempest?
Crimson Tempest should be used, and it did use Crimson Tempest there, but that was fine.
Okay.
Pretty sure it did. So you will be... you will be making sure that your current target has Garrote, has Rupture, has Crimson Tempest, and has there's another bleed I can't remember, but whatever the other bleed was. All of them, yeah, so those three, and then plus your poisons before you press a death mark.
All
So
dots,
So
death
swing
mark.
through everything,
Yeah.
then death
Before you
mark.
press them. Yeah. So ideally, what death mark does is death mark accelerates all your dots. So obviously, if you're accelerating it and if you don't have a dot on the target, well, you're not accelerating shit. And then what Shiv does is Shiv consumes that death mark acceleration to do all the damage at once. And then in an AoE pack, all you do is you put dots on targets, right? So if you're targeting here, you'll be like 1, 1, 1. Okay, this got all the dots up. Let's change targets. Make sure this guy got dots up. And that.
Get rid of this fucking action bar now.
Can you open up the spell book? And I think this is a good idea too. Could you tell him which abilities to make sure that those 7, 8, 9, and 11 should be found too? There's a couple of abilities I think should be there, like his combo, like that healing pot thing, the blind, and
Like, yeah. So like, I mean, most of it you got everything. You got your blind there. You got your HP potion there. Like your because blind is you can't distract. So let's go to your stealth. Let's see what stealth you find it.
What ones? Where?
Stealth.
So go into your stealth mode.
Oh.
So what you want in there is you want to have so you got your AoE stealth, which is next to your pickpocket. What you want, Keybat, you got distract there as well. Cool, you got distract. Those are your two main things that you'll need to use in stealth. One for play, one for distracting mob before you go through them. Another ability you might want to consider is get back out of stealth. We'll just have to wait for it to well.
consider binding yourself to a bind that you'll
Yeah,
feel
and
comfortable with.
yeah.
Because you're gonna need to get stealth.
Vanish.
I have my stealth done to F1 because the main thing you need to do pack to pack
Like going out
is
that fast. Going out that high.
as soon as I got long fingers, so
Lucky.
As soon as combat end, you need to be spamming that stealth button to be re-stealthed for the next pack. You lose so much damage not being in stealth for the next pack.
Control sounds good. Control something close. We got small, broken, disabled people hands. Sorry.
Now, you can't just combine control by itself because control, shift, and alt is a secondary bind, so they activate whatever bind, so you can't have it bind individually though. So if it's control, it has to be control plus something.
Okay.
I would honestly
I'm
just
gonna have to
go.
figure that one out, but yeah, I will keep that in mind.
Try F1. Try F1, for example. Just put it as F1, give it a go, and then spam it, and then just jump out of combat, and then press it again, and tell me if you're comfortable.
It will
with
be only out of combat.
Yeah. Now go. Okay, that's it. Just try that. Just give it a go. Press OK. Let's see. Alright. How's that feel? Now go in combat. Go and attack something. Do your usual opener. And now, okay, stop. Pack's already dead. You gotta get back into stealth as quick as you can. No stress. I'll go back
In
into
this
stealth.
case, because you're still in combat, you want to vanish.
Fair enough. So 5.
Nice. Good.
Okay. Not F1. 5.
F1 is
Yeah.
only used for when you can naturally go, like, so all the pack, obviously it doesn't work on dummies because dummies don't die, but in natural, if everything was dead, your tank is about to go to the next pack, you press F1. You have all the time to press F1. It's not like a fast rotation button.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
Alright, so now we're gonna do your DPS rotation, and then run away, and we're just gonna assume it's dead, and we're just gonna treat it like we're running to the next pack, but you have to be in stealth before you hit the next pack, okay? So, now F1.
No. You're giving the wrong information.
Well, it's F1, but I need to hit 5 right now.
Yeah, because he's in combat. It's a target dummy. It's gonna keep him in combat. He can't help in combat.
So how does he get out of combat? There's a way like
It's not. It can't here because it's target dummies. It's naturally in a normal pack. He will be out of combat because they will die.
When I did that, when I hit F5, see my brain's already knowing it's supposed to be F1.
Yeah.
It was good practice. I ran away. I knew I had to constantly. You need to vanish. Blah blah blah. So, like I said, the next time we go in, I will apply all of this. Consider that to be like a test of a, other than like doing the mechanics.
Well, the pack's dead, so stealth up now.
I'm just glad my fucking kick it or my counter spell is F now. Just
yeah, see,
it's better.
Good job. Fuck yeah, good job, guys. And apologies for the bad information. I was just trying to help you out. Now, if you don't want that horrible thing popping up on the left there on the screen, untick that auto open on training dummy at the bottom left of that box. I hate that crap.
Wait, do untick what?
The bottom left of that box. It's ticking all your numbers and shit. No, up, yeah, there. Untick that, close that box, and never open again.
Thank you.
I bet I was irritating you.
A little bit. I mean, I like seeing the numbers again, the whole security programming aspect. But it was annoying just because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So ideally here, man, when you're doing is you want to be pressing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Once you get your 3 bleeds up, then change to your other target and then make sure they got bleeds as well.
Then Deathmark.
Yeah.
Shiv or Fan as well, if need be.
Two targets you wouldn't hit Fan. Two targets you just leave it as it is. But yeah, 4 targets and onward you will be fanning.
Okay.
So, do you guys want to head up a dungeon in about the next 5 minutes?
Yeah, you're good.
All right,
thank you.
All the new things. Oh, of course, man. And Ryzen fucking definitely helped out.
Such a clutch right there, 100%.
I guess let my let me get my dog out and yeah.
I was on the stream, Ryzen, and they were both talking about how they'd wish they'd doing mythics and shit like that. I was like, fuck, how big that's out. I was coming off the mountain. And they just didn't know what mythics were.
We were literally just about to just go to an altar. I was gonna go to Hardcore Classic or something that I'm more used to because we just didn't know.
You can see like why I like helping people. It's one of my passions.
I mean,
this game, and
I've been a coach before. I do a lot of activism stuff, so I get the feeling. It's just I didn't know how much help we actually needed, to be honest, or really where to find it. What to like? I know how to use a search engine. I just don't know what to look up. You know. This helps so much.
yeah, you're welcome. I just hope that it improves your enjoyability of the game. Now you're quite capable of doing up to 10s. Now you just need to learn the mechanics of
what to do in the dungeons, what to avoid, what to interrupt, what you need to use defensives on. Like, you're gonna have important binds on your keyboard as well. You don't want, if you're gonna be using the one button and you want to commit to it, clean your keyboard out, like all your binds, clean them. Put in other stuff
It looks better, it feels better, all that. So I would suggest it as well. Like, as soon as I wanted to sprint, I instantly went to F. Like, we just put it in place, my body just went F, run fast, go. And again, boom.
Trust me, as you guys were doing it, I was just like, okay, so I'm gonna keybind my counterspell. I have my my blink keybind. I have my invisibility keybind. I have my mirror image keybind because I do sometimes pull high threat for sure. So
I wonder how well that's going to work now since we're roughly about the same DPS.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, you definitely immediately got better.
As a rogue, it'll be hard to pull threat because one, you should be tricks of trading every time you get into combat or whenever, anywhere you can. So you'll be transferring your threat.
Yeah, I mean, since we're not doing delves or anything really like that, I shouldn't be like, I wonder how much.
Yeah, and because and if you do vanish, then you're just gonna be transferring that to whoever's with you.
I was like, I'm leaving, goodbye. Disappeared.
I almost killed Dave the other day with that because I usually solo all my delves, and then he was in the party with me, and then I went to vanish for DPS, and then ended up transferring all 20 mobs onto him.
Yeah, no, definitely just having those there, those 5 extra binds there to not have to click anything that's actually super important. Super important. I do want to set up a couple of other things like my cone of cold.
Yeah, like if you guys do PvP, I think Cone of Cold is a good button to be key binding. Obviously your dragon's breath or whatever it's called is good as well. That's in PvE as well, because dragon's breath is a form of disorientate.
Mm-hmm. Where is that actually? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them here that I want to do. Especially since we were playing by ourselves, so we're going into delves ourselves, and like being able to slow things, root them, all that stuff is super helpful. Make them do the DPS lambada between the both of us.
Mm-hmm. For delve, what do you guys have your brand set?
34 now, I think it is.
Mine is set to a healer.
Yeah, so whoever is the healer should be the one who leads the party anyway. Have him as the healer, and literally all you do is, so the health potion keeps drop is actually a stacking buff. If you can roll that stacking buff always like stack, you will never die.
I did not know that at all. It reminded me of what was the game? Less Unleashed, Less Enchanted, whatever. Yeah, that one. And I was just like, man, I have to go pick up my own heals. That's crazy. But now I understand why.
Yeah. You gotta pick it up, but once you pick it up, it's like it stacks up to 3 times. It lasts for 20 seconds, and then it's just rolling. So as long as you can keep it at 2 stacks or more, you will be unkillable, unless you get like one-shotted from something.
Yeah, no, we have been stuck on well, first of all, our damage was trash, so we're not killing things as fast as it needs to die. And then we're stuck on that quest for Bran where we have to go kill the underpin and get his hat.
Yeah.
And we were just stuck there. We're stuck on like slow rolling delve tier 8s. And again, this all helps so tremendously. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Him doing 200k and being the tank was just like, A.
Rough, yeah.
I can't kill him fast enough. You're dying. Sorry, bud. But then that's when I started getting a little bit better with like my roots, my ice novas, my cone of coals, and we were able to pass between.
You guys went the route of controlling the mobs instead of trying to over DPS the mobs.
And you know, at least for our skill set that we had at the time, it was working okay. But now we can actually kill things, and it doesn't take 17 minutes to kill a fucking mob. That isn't an elite mob.
Yep.
Hey, we were out here. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you know how long it takes to kill something with 150 million as a world boss, just the two of us.
That's the only thing I will tell you about rogues is assassination anyway, not rogues in general. Assassination as a whole is you either do AoE DPS with this AoE tree, and you do pretty much mediocre single target, unfortunately. Or you go to the single target talent tree and you do heaps of single target damage and you do fucking jackal AoE. You unfortunately don't there is no I'm sorry. There is no
in between.
Somebody
got him?
Yep, fucking going down the wrong throat. There is no end-all be-all talent tree that you can do both with.
Right, no, I get that.
So, is there like, obviously there probably is, it's probably a dumb question, but I don't know. I'm assuming that there are specifications that are needed depending on how far you want to go on each kind of event. So like Mythic is going to need something different, Raids are going to need something different.
Yeah, so like talents, obviously you will want to research and search up what you want to do. Like obviously the resources I'll say is murloc.io is a good one. Archon.gg, another good one. You can see what like the top 100s are doing, what talent builds they're doing for each bosses, each dungeon as well. But take all of them with a grain of salt, because obviously what they choose to do depends on what their party needs, right? Like, so if my party needs, let's say I have let's say you guys, right? You guys got Stealth is a rogue who can AoE stealth for everyone. Therefore, as a mage, you don't need to take AoE stealth ever at all, because if you're always playing together, well, you already got an AoE stealth, so you will take the mass barrier instead.
That's I mean, luckily we have had to survive some sticky situations, and we have. So like a mass barrier, my rooting, controlling a mob, that's something that we're pretty okay at least. But really,
the utilities are the one you will mainly change from tree to tree. So like example, as a mage, right? There's one particular week where you need your decurse. Not all the time, but there's 1 week where you need to dispel. So having a decurse for that week is very helpful. Depending on the dungeon, if there's a lot of curses in the dungeon that you need to dispel, then having a decurse is, again, nice to have.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll see. We're not that far yet. We literally
just
got geared enough to start doing actual damage, as you saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, 642 is where I'm at right now.
You got crit. Yeah, so you already crit mastery anyway, so you're fine. Obviously, pumping more into mastery would be nice. Your crit is at a good spot already.
I slowly started, so when I went from sub and over to assassination, I started getting what needed to be replaced. This was just pulled out of the bank recently. These were
Can you
from
tell
the
me your
night.
other trinket? Okay, you need to put that on.
This? Okay.
Either a keybind or somewhere you can press it.
How do I?
You can just drag the trinket over onto a empty bar. Yep, drag it over.
Is bartender still any good? Like, I don't know any bar add-ons anymore.
Yeah. Bartender still
works.
good. Dominoes is still good. Obviously, if you want the full suit, LBY is good as well. LUI does use a lot of resources because it does provide you with everything else that some people use, some people don't.
Okay, bartender's an old. That's when I was a teenager. You know, that's an old add-on. So that's why I was wondering if it was still a
Yeah,
thing.
like bartender, dominoes, they're all old ones.
Because like nobody really uses TomTom. Nobody uses TomTom anymore. Nobody uses Carbonite anymore. Nobody uses any of those things.
People still use TomTom. They don't use carbonated.
Well,
Like,
you can.
Most people won't even know what you're talking about with carbonated.
Yeah, you don't. But you don't even need, because of Questy, you have the TomTom plug-in automatically. You don't even need it.
You do have inbuilt
Did you change your talent build heavy to the other one? The one that
I didn't. I went back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna have.
Alright, probably just delete the other one entirely.
True.
It's,
Let me not accidentally fat finger that.
I was showing that more in the app. Like when you do need to have different setups for your talent tree, this is how you do that.
Yeah.
That's it.
The first one is if you're doing. I wouldn't delete it because the first one is for. The first one is for when you're doing single target. So if you guys do raids, that will be the.
That was just pulled from Wowhead, so I can grab it again.
Yeah, like
so
if you do get your talent from Wowhead, like with Wowhead, if you go to on their guide page, right, go to cheat sheet, and then under cheat sheet, or sorry, not cheat sheet, in talent build, you should see at the bottom, like you got your raid option, you got your
Yeah,
you got your raid option, you got your M+ option, you got your raid AoE, raid council, and obviously for delves as well. Now delves and mythics are exactly the same, so that shouldn't really be a difference.
So I want to touch on something because you mentioned trinket. So let's say you get a new trinket and you always put your on use in the bottom slot. So come to my stream real quick. I want to show you really quick, very quick macro to make. So if you're always putting your trinket in the bottom slot, this will be use 14 and this will be use 13 because it's slot 13 and that's slot 14. The reason why this is important, if you go /use 13, it'll use the top slot trinket. If you use /use 14, you'll use the bottom slot trinket. So you don't have to keep dragging your trinket back on the bar over and over again. This macro will cover whatever trinket you put in that slot that requires to be used. Now, obviously, it's not going to work if you have two unused trinkets, so then you'll have to make another macro that'll use 13 to 14, but you could just simply go use 13 as well if you wanted to.
Okay, so you can line it out. Okay.
Yeah, just a bit of an advanced macro.
Code does like 4 line run da.
It just makes it so if you get a bit, like obviously hopefully you don't have this trinket forever, but eventually you'll buy a House of Card, and then that macro will make it so you don't have to keep dragging your bars all the time. It will just automatically change to the new trinket because it's binding the socket number and not the trinket itself.
Also notice at the top right of your screen, you've got health pot, and you've also got your tempered potion. Now that tempered potion is a massive DPS increase during your opener. So the tempered potion is the yellow potion with the 8 on it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I would bind that to something because it's big damage, bro. Especially like when you get new potions in the next patch or next expansion, you can change that bind, or no, not change that bind, but change that potion, but it'll always be the same bind. That's why when you set up ability of F for movement, let's say you switch to a druid and play a feral druid, that's going to be your Tiger Swiftness, I think it's called, your swift move. Like, or if you go to you play a paladin, that'll be your charger. If you go, you know what I mean? Like, if every bind is the same meaning on every character, it's going to be so much easier to lock in. Now, what I would suggest is locking your bars so you cannot click them at all, so that you can ingrain in your mind, I can't click this, okay? Because right now you've got this mindset, and I've seen it while you're fighting. You're going down there to click your banish. It's just out of habit, and I get it. But you need to ingrain in your mind keybinds. Okay, press your keybinds. If you can't click them, and the only way that you can do it, trust me, your brain will just adjust so quick. Oh, I can't click it. I can't click it. Oh shit. Yep. And then all of a sudden you're just forcing it on the keyboard or on the mouse or wherever you've bound it. If you allow it to be a possibility to be clicked, it will be clicked because that's easier. So try and make it harder for yourself. I know it's a bit counterintuitive, but I want you to make it harder for yourself so that you don't click. Because when push comes to shove and you start panicking and you're 10% health, healer's dead, tank's dead, I bet your ass you're gonna be down there clicking stuff.
And pulling it. That's my big problem is when I was clicking it and pull it, and then I did like a 30 hour session, and like I had messed up all my bars, everything was all screwed up.
Yeah. So I've set up Alt D for my potion button, but you got D as movement, just straight right, but you could do Alt E if you wanted. You're gonna have it Alt E as your potion. Stuff like that. Just set up your binds and make sure you can't click on. I don't know how to do it on default UI because I don't play a default. I play bartender, but I'm pretty sure there should be something to make it click through.
We were just talking about bartender. I'm probably gonna go download that here in just a second.
Because if you can click the bars, you will click them. That's just a guarantee.
My big problem is
you'll just do it.
Clicking potions. That's where my big.
Yeah, you don't want to click potions. Like you want to have something just bang done. You know, no resistance. It's like, okay, I'm going to do a big pull. Tank is gathering everything up. You're in stealth. You want your potion to have the most bang, right? When you drink a potion in stealth, you're not going to break stealth. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right, Ryzen?
I'll try right now. Wait, wrong button. See? New keybinds. I can drink this one now.
Yeah, whatever your binds are, just obviously play around them, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're easy to press, but at the same time something you're not gonna press accidentally.
Right.
It took me like months before I found my perfect keybinds, and then since then I've been changing them for like fucking 15 years, so
that's me in controller. Every game that I have to that I play, I have to go customize my keybinds to do the exact thing that in every other game.
yeah.
It's just, especially with the macro help, that like we didn't know how to do that. We were talking about that the other day too.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I mean, obviously I
right
can go on and on about macros and weakos. There's so many things you can do to them, but beginner-wise, this is all you guys really need to know about it.
The keybinds helped me a lot. Just not having to worry about where my fingers are for my defensive options is 100% how I play normally. On every other game possible. It's just this one that's a little bit different.
The way you're thinking about it is the right way. So always think your keybinds as something that they do and not to spell it off. So if F is defensive, F is always defensive. So that way if you play other tunes, it doesn't matter what it is, you put a defensive under that keybind. But then you're not worrying about, oh, if I press F, is it going to be this defensive or what spell is it? No, it's going to be a fucking defensive.
Yeah, that's why when he was talking about F for kick, I was just like, no, that makes sense for me.
For me, I think of F as fuck. Oh, fuck. That's
Yeah.
gonna kill us. Fuck.
Fair.
F is like kick for me.
Yep, fair.
That's what
I use F for shield bash in other games or anything like that. It's mainly my interrupt for other games anyway. That's why it immediately made sense. I was just like, oh, yep, nope, yep.
Can you reshare your screen, Heavy? There was something I wanted to show you real quick just to make Bartender a bit better for you. Because at the moment, it's got that ugly ass fucking...
Bartender now, so here's the new loaded UI with that added in.
Alright, so...
That's not
already.
bartender.
that's
your
not
base, but yeah, now it's bartender.
Okay, /BT. Press enter, /BT. And I want you to go all the way down to Blizzard Art Bar and disable that shit. There we go. They're already 100% clean.
I hated that fucking art on the side so bad. Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome, bro. That makes it so much cleaner, right?
We do like clean
I'm
UIs
so
around
happy. You
here.
have no idea how happy you just made me.
You're good, bro. It kills me. I hate that Blizzard art bar. That's what. Yeah. So click lock at the top there, and all your bars will become unlocked. And now you can move your bar 1 and put it at the bottom or the top, wherever you want to put it. Wherever you feel comfortable. Now, status tracking bar, I'll put that right at the top of the screen because that's just your reputations. That's your experience bar, whatever the fuck is in there. So you can honestly just disable it if you don't like it.
I don't need it anymore, really. I know
It
I can get it.
It won't show unless you're purposely tracking something anyway, unless you're on a low-level character.
Status bar and just that, right?
Yeah, you don't even need to turn it off.
I need stance.
Oh, your stream crashed again. Oh, no, it's good. Never mind. Okay, so now you have bars 5 and 4 over on the right side. If you want to turn them into straight acting bars instead of what they are right now, you can change them. So go to 5, and you can change the padding to 0. And you can set them smaller. Just drag the thing. Yeah. But you could type 0 and press enter if you want. But it's dragging is pretty chill. And then bar 4, you can do the same thing. And it's just, it eliminates the gaps in between. Yeah. I would just put it as 0, always 0. Because you're going to have the abilities overlapping otherwise. Because that's padding between the abilities. Mm-hmm. So they're going to overlap if you have them
any smaller than that.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Nice and crunched in. I like it. So now 5. If you go back to 5, you can see how you can adjust this. So rows, you set that to 1, and then it'll set it as a straight. So bottom right 1, above right. Yep. Change that to 1. Now you can drag it.
Okay. Cool beans. Well, I'll figure that out. That could go that way. That could go that way. Wow. That will go over there. That could go over there. So, why is that just randomly there?
That's just your advanced cooldown tracking, that Blizzard feature. It's just there. So no, it's good. It's really good to track because you don't have weak aura set up right now, so you need to track something. Yeah, fantastic. So now you can adjust those bars and fill out some more binds if you want. Like already, we've cleaned up your UI, we've improved your DPS, we're like fixed up your spec. Like, there's so much that we can do to improve, but I feel like right now you're pretty set to become an amateur player.
Thank you.
Very well. Your stance bar that you just moved, that's your stealth bar, by the way. So that's your stealth bar.
Yeah.
So
I was trying to get rid of the status bar.
It's there. It will stay there, but it is, as long as it's disabled, you don't need to stress about it. It's called status tracking bar. It's below Q status bar.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Let's lock everything for now, and then we'll change in a sec. So just lock, close, and let's go and have a look at our UI. So press escape, go to edit.
Oh.
Edit mode. Yep. Now you see how you've got that overlapping on your bars at the bottom. You can drag that up somewhere. So that is your tracked buffs. Okay.
Not these buffs.
You feel.
What's the difference with ones then?
So those buffs are the buffs that you currently have on your character. They can just stay there. The one underneath, that's your debuffs. And the tracked buffs over here, they're the buffs that like certain abilities or certain 4-piece procs or stuff like that. That's important. That's a cast bar. For example, you want to cast mount.
I know what that does.
Yeah, just essential cooldowns. That's just something that probably could be disabled Or you can just set it in the middle of
No,
your screen
yeah.
so you know that it's up. That's pretty much weak auras replaces that.
Okay.
It's called cooldown manager if you wanted to know. So
Yep. No, I turned it on. I know what it was. I could technically turn that off as well.
yep.
Edit.
All right, so I would highly suggest if you go back to my screen, setting up your target and your character pane more centralized in your screen, so you can always keep an eye on your own health and your own energy, and you can also
Target frame.
that's your target, so be on the right side more so, and then you got your own player frame. Yeah, fantastic. So what's that one at the bottom left? What is that?
This
Is that
one?
focus frame?
Focus, yeah.
Click on it. Okay, that's your focus frame. So where would you want to put focus?
Oh no, I kind of had it near.
I would put it over the right side, off to the right,
the right
somewhere.
side.
Just make it smaller. You don't really need it to be big. Is that the smallest you can make it?
Yeah.
Oof.
Use larger frame. There it goes.
Yeah, that's a lot better. You don't need it to be huge. Tracked buffs, that one at the bottom, underneath the focus frame, to the bottom right.
That's the
Take that
cooldown
one.
manager.
Yep. Put it underneath your character. So not your actual player frame, but your actual character itself. In the center.
Oh.
Yeah, bring it down a little bit more, Make sure it's centralized. I think if you hold Control or Shift or something, it'll lock into the center. Should lock or release Control. Should do some locking with one of the binds. Or just maybe just eyeball it. Yeah, that looks a bit better. There we go. Now we've got centralized. Now move your character pane and your target. Yeah, move your target pane and your player frame to the left and the right of that. That should clean that up a little bit for you as well. So, yep, straight over to the left. You can make the cooldown manager much smaller too. I think you can bring down its size.
More.
More up. So your eyeballs are not supposed to be at the bottom of the screen. I want you to be center of the screen.
Doing that, but I fucked it up. So this is no, thank you.
Buffs on top. So click the buffs on top for the targets for your target frame. No, not that one.
No, which
that
one?
That one stays there for a sec. Target one. So go to the right and up, and click buffs on top. So that'll put all buffs and debuffs and everything on top. See how it cleans that up? Nice. So it's not crowding the bottom of your screen. Then you got your actual player frame. Go to that one, do the same thing. You got a cast bar underneath, so whatever casting it you do will be straight underneath that. Or you can untick that and move the cast bar literally underneath your track abilities in the center. That way you just know when you're casting something, when you're putting your poisons on. It's just important information. Don't put it right there. Put it underneath. You want to be underneath your character as clean as possible. It's super important. If you're an OCD like me, you're trying to make sure everything's like centralized, looks nice, and is able to track it. So now what you can see with your character is you're able to see how many combo points you have. You see all your important abilities in the center, and most of that shit's going to be tracked. Like
I can see all that.
Yeah. Now you can see your vanish, you can see your combo point, you can see your death mark when it's coming up. You see how many shivs you've got. You can see when you got your bleeds. Now you can take your targeted buffs, and I would put that underneath your target frame. So no, not that one. The one on the left side, the essential buffs, tracked buffs, whatever the hell it is. Now you can put that either above your character, or you can put it above the target frame. It's wherever you feel comfortable. I think tracked above your character would look kind of cool, in my opinion.
Yeah. Just buff to buff, symmetrical.
And then we got stance, right? So your stance bar, I would put that literally just above your ability bar, where your bar 4 is on the top left or something. Just keep it there in the shadows. Hell, you could even just hide this. It doesn't need to be tracked. You just know either you're in stealth or you're not. So wherever you feel it's necessary, because you don't want to be clicking these things accidentally.
Right.
So let's save this. and let's go back to bartender. I'm going to show you a really cool trick. So let's go to bartender now, and we're going to /BT, and we're going to go and see that option at the bottom. Click through, tick that on
Click
bar 1.
through. Ah,
Yep.
there it is.
All right, now close. I'm just going to try it with that one. All right. All right. Can you click any of those abilities?
No.
How fucking cool is that? What a best way to teach yourself to keybind.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's nuts. You can't click it, no matter what you do. And now you're forced to learn the game.
I told you, we just started the game. I've been telling him this whole time. We have barely started the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, me and Raz have been playing this game for nearly fucking 20 years, so it's pretty.
I would have been doing this along with you guys as well, but my stream decided that it was gonna just not do the thing again. So.
Oh.
It's all right.
Yep. I'm gonna
Working
go.
better as a team guild achievement. Doop dope.